Now, with our West Delaware football pregame show, here is Jamie Vaskey.
And welcome into Brown Field, week number 2 of the Iowa High School football season. West Delaware hosting Marion in the first home game of the season for the West Delaware Hawks. Beautiful night for football here at Brown Field. The Hawks and the Indians out on the field right now, warm-ups, ready to go for week number 2. The Hawks, unfortunately, fell last week. They're 0-1 after that 17-15 loss at Dubuque-Wahlert in Dubuque last week at the Rock Bowl. So the Hawks trying to rebound from that as they have been to the playoffs 23 times with that state title in 1991. The Hawks have 14 sophomores, 19 juniors, and 9 seniors that make up their 39-man roster for head coach Doug Winkowicz in his 25th year as a head coach. He is 160-84, and he is in his 15th season here at West Delaware, where he has a 121-42 record and has led the Hawks to 11 playoff appearances and a runner-up finish in 2005. He spent 9 years at Garner-Hayfield before coming to West Delaware, and he is a graduate of Allison High School and Westmar College in Lamars. His assistant coaches are Corey Coates, Luke Insland, Brad Wobena, Bill Lester, Brandon Domeyer, Matt Lee, Mark Becker, Brian Klaus, Bob Morris, John Warden, Josh Forwald, Jesse Pop, and Brent Lammers. Marion Indians also coming in here tonight 0-1 after a 27-6 loss at home against Washington last week. The Indians were 4-5 last season, and they have been to the playoffs 17 times in program history with a state title in 1980. They have 2 sophomores, 21 juniors, and 10 seniors that make up their 34-player roster. For head coach Tim Lovell, in his 4th season as the Indians head coach, where he is 15-13, Lovell spent 7 seasons as an assistant coach at Linn-Mar and is a native of Palatine, Illinois, and played football for Cornell College, where he was a 1997 graduate. His assistant coaches are Henry Martinson, Ray Riesland, Dave Meserly, Garrett Williams, Jacob Maloney, Travis Stearns, Brad Paulson, Nate Hollop, and Jason Lang. Last meeting between these two was last season on August 30th at Thomas Park in Marion. The Hawks defeated the Indians 25-21. I remember that game. The Indians with about 4 straight shots to the end zone. 2 of those passes were dropped by the receivers, and the Hawks were able to hold on for that 25-21 victory. We're going to take a break and come back. John Swisher is in next with West Delaware head football coach Doug Winkowicz. You're listening to the West Delaware football pregame show right here from KMCH Sports.
Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes. Like our area athletes, they pride themselves in going the extra mile and provide precision and durability with every finished product. Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated in Coggin.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Meyer with the Animal Health Clinic in Dyersville. With over 30 years of experience in both large and small animal medicine, Dr. Boric, myself, and the staff at the Animal Health Clinic strive to treat your pet and livestock as if they were our own. Call us for an appointment or stop in the office today. Animal Health Clinic in Dyersville. Veterinary care you can trust.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Harris at 563-920-7835.
Eastern Iowa's Variety Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back in. West Delaware football here tonight as the Hawks get ready for their home opener inside Brown Field. Jamie, Aaron, and Bill will have it all for you right here from KMCH and KMCH.com. John Swisher back with you on the pregame show. Doug Winkowicz joins me, the 16th year head coach of the West Delaware Hawks. The Hawks coming off their Week 1 tough road setback at Loras College inside the Rock Bowl. The Hawks lost in the final seconds of that one to Dubuque-Wahlert by the score of 17-15, and we touch on this one before we look ahead here. Coach, I've had time to digest it now, to go over the film and to look at things and talk to the coaches and players about this and the main issues. What happened in your mind?
Well, I tell you, we made some really poor decisions offensively. And you got to give Wallard's defense credit. I mean, they brought some pressure, they got after us, and played a pretty solid game. But, we didn't make great decisions up front. That's costly. We felt like we had a couple drives, had a couple turnovers here that they capitalized on. And then, defensively, I thought our kids played really well. We just gave up the 2 big plays. So a lot of things being cleaned up.
Especially in week number 1, coming out and trying to limit those penalties, limit the turnovers, limit hurting yourselves, concentrate on what you can execute. What positives can you take away from game 1?
I think execution is probably the thing that, we executed at times, but sometimes we just didn't finish. And I think that's the thing. That's kind of what we've been focusing on all week here is, we spent a lot of time this week on scheme and just those little fundamental pieces that we got to get cleaned up. But really, it's just finishing it. There was times that we executed really well and didn't finish the block or didn't quite see the hole or you didn't see a receiver or whatever. I mean, it was just kind of those little things collectively, and we felt like there's probably 12 to 15 things that could have went differently that would have changed the outcome of the game. And it was a hard fought battle. I thought defensively our kids really played really solid. I mean, that was a tough offense. Week 1 getting the triple option at us, and I thought defensively our kids played pretty well.
Whenever you have tough losses like this, you've got to forget and move on, but you've also got to learn from it, stay positive, and remind the kids that you can still be successful here. There's a long way to go. That was only game number 1.
Absolutely. I mean, it really was that all week. I mean, I think our kids came back. We snapped back and got to work on Monday, and I thought the kids did a terrific job of bringing back that positive attitude and getting back to work and practice a little more sense of urgency. I thought last week's practices were really good. I mean, I didn't feel like it was an issue that we didn't overlook anybody. We just flat out didn't finish some drives and didn't take care of the ball when we needed to, and those things are going to happen. So we just got to clean it up. I thought from a penalty standpoint, it was positive. I thought our special teams, it was positive. So we got a lot of things that we can build on. We just got to continue to improve.
The routine a little bit different this week with no school on Monday. The football focus and preparation still the same as it's been on Marion since this weekend.
Yeah, we kind of just went as usual. We kept everything normal on Monday, and we've had a good week of practice, and we're going to see the triple option again this week. So, it's just a matter of preparing for that. That's a tough offense to prepare for. We don't see it very often, and now we're getting it 2 weeks in a row here. So, defensively, I think we've got a terrific plan. I think we've cleaned up, a majority of the things on offense that were our issue, and we feel a lot more comfortable going in this week knowing those things that we had to work on.
The Indians, a 4-5 team from a year ago. You beat them early on last year, 25-21. You've had some real close games with them the last several years. They're coming off a loss to Washington in week 1, 27-6. They're another offense trying to kind of find themselves. Some players not going out here and there, but they're young as well.
Yeah, and they kind of switched gears completely. I mean, last year it was a run and gun and throw it all over the place, and this year they're about 80% run, and they're going to try to run the triple option at you. So they're going to try to eat the clock up. They got a nice fullback in there and some skilled guys that are very talented, especially in the special team standpoint. We got to make sure we don't just kick it down there to some of those guys that can fly. I mean, they got some tremendous return guys. So, it's going to be a 4-quarter battle. We know that.
And the first home game on Brown Field, always a special time, especially for those players that haven't experienced at the varsity level. All these guys that on your team have experienced it as a Hawk, but not at the varsity level. I know you always talk about that, of how that thrill is as you take the walk over, you hear those cleats, and you get on Brown Field the first time under the lights, big atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a tremendous feeling. I mean, it's something that we've had to address already with our guys, especially our young guys that really haven't had that Friday night varsity experience yet, and the crowd and the noise and the music and all that stuff. And you got to take a deep breath, and you got to play within yourself and just do your job, and don't get caught up in all the other stuff. And I think our kids will handle that pretty well.
And a neat touch for the home games, returning for another year. You've done this for several years now, the honorary captain, and it's a man you know very well on your staff now, former player, 2011 graduate Brandon Domeyer, selected here for week number 1 of the new campaign.
Yeah, Brandon Dolmeyer's just been a staple kid here. I mean, he's exactly what you want, a young man through your program. He's been solid here. He's a tremendous player. He's a tremendous young man. Had a great career at Wartburg. Comes back to Manchester, comes back home, and asks if he can join our staff, and we're just absolutely thrilled to have him around. His presence and his leadership and just who that guy is who we want our guys around.
Absolutely. All right, best of luck tonight. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for your time as always, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Wish.
Doug Winkowicz, the head coach of the West Delaware Hawks. As we get closer to game time, the Hawks and the Indians, night number 2 of the season, the home opener for the Hawks on Brown Field. Jamie Vaskey has more of West Delaware football pregame coverage next right here from KMCH Sports.
Hello, this is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence. We are proud to support local school programs. So if you are looking for a new Chevy, Buick, or certified used car or truck, or just want to stop and say hi, stop in. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence.
Clayton Drug supports all area athletes and coaches on a successful season. Stop in and visit with one of their pharmacists today and be sure to check out their large selection of home decor and gift items. Clayton Drug in Strawberry Point and El Cater, a local pharmacy you can trust.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Midwest One Bank wishes all area athletes and coaches best of luck this season. Midwest One, your local community bank in Dubuque, Dyersville, and Farley. Visit an office or online at midwestone.bank for simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance. We service most major brands of appliances, and we are Manchester's exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Stop in and see us today in the Big Blue Building on West Main in Manchester, or call 563-927-3200.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber. Big town quality with small town service.
Hey sports fans and listeners, Stephen Motors in Monticello is the only GM service dealer in Jones County with GM trained technicians. They like to keep things simple and offer low prices and have a large selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles. Stop into Stephen Motors in Monticello today for a test drive.
Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome into the West Delaware Football Friday night pregame show here on KMCH. Jamie Vaskey back along with you as we get you ready for the Hawks and the Marion Indians here in week number 2. Both teams coming in here 0-1 on the season. Let's take a look at our area ranking, or our rankings from the Gazette and KGYM, and of course our area games as well. As we start in Class 4A for rankings, West Des Moines Valley remains your number 1 team. West Des Moines Dowling, your number 1 team, stays number 1. West Des Moines Valley moves into number 2. Cedar Falls, number 3. Ankeny Centennial, 4. Waukee, 5th. Bettendorf, 6th. 7th is Fort Dodge. 8th is Johnson. Cedar Rapids Kennedy is 9th. And Cedar Rapids Prairie is 10th. In Class 3A, the Western Dubuque Bobcats, ranked number 1 in the state after their win last week, remain number 1. Xavier's number 2. North Scott is 3rd. Lewis Central, 4th. 5th is Solon. 6th is Pella. Independence gets into the rankings this week as they are ranked 7th. Harlan is 8th. Sergeant Bluff Luton and Iowa City Liberty both tied, ranked at number 9. Class 2A, Waukon, your number 1 team. 2nd is Clear Lake. Algona's 3rd. Greene County and Spirit Lake tied for 4th. PCM Monroe is 6th. 7th is Waterloo Columbus. Crestwood is 8th. 9th is Benton Community. And number 10 ranked team in Class 2A is Southeast Valley. In Class 1A, West Sioux, your number 1 team. Dyke New Hartford is 2nd. 3rd is West Branch. Van Meter is 4th. West Lyon and South Central Calhoun ranked number 5. Trainer is 7th. I-35 is 8th. 9th is Mount Ayr, and ranked number 10 is Underwood. Beckman receiving 1 vote in the Class 1A rankings. In Class A, West Hancock, your number 1 team. Second is Wapsie Valley. St. Ansgar's third. Edco moves up 1 spot from 5th to number 4 this week. North Tama's 5th. Alta Aurelia is 6th. Westwood is 7th. Durant 8th. Hinton 9th. And 10th is South O'Brien. In 8-man, Don Bosco still your number 1 team. Fremont Mills 2nd. Remsen St. Mary's is 3rd. Turkey Valley 4th. 5th is New London. Iowa Valley is 6th. 7th is Newell Fonda. Audubon is 8th. Central City 9th. And 10th is Northwood Kensett. Area games tonight. Our area online game of the week is North Lynn at Maquoketa Valley. You can join John Swisher, Roger Reed, and Jim Meischeid with the call of that one on KMCH.com tonight. Number 1 ranked Western Dubuque Bobcats will host Williamsburg tonight. The 7th ranked Mustangs from Independence travel and take on South Tama. Beckman is at Monticello. Cascade welcomes in number 9 ranked Benton Community. Anamosa is at Iowa City Regina. 4th ranked Edco is at Starmont. And East Buchanan travels to Guttenberg to take on Clayton Ridge. Other games from tonight, we mentioned there's the West Delaware sophomores victorious tonight as they defeated Marion 24-0 in our curtain raiser earlier here tonight. Last night, the West Delaware freshmen defeated Iowa City Regina right here at Brown Field, 38-16, the final score of that one. Great game by the Hawk freshmen last night as they moved to 2-0. The West Delaware sophomores also 2-0 on the season. We're going to take a break and come back. Bill Logan will join us next. He'll be coming out of the West Delaware locker room, and we'll talk with him and get his thoughts about tonight's game. You're listening to the West Delaware Football Pregame Show right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Whether you are thinking of buying or selling your home, give Homefront Realty a call. We are here to be your advisor, negotiator, and facilitator in the real estate game. Homefront Realty will save you time so you can spend your time cheering on the Hawks. Call Homefront Realty at 927-2111.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their number 1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
This is Jamie Vasky from Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. For residential or commercial plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, and top-quality Lennox furnaces and air conditioners, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester or call 927-2232.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all of your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value most, whether you're auto, home, business, health, and even your life. People's Insurance Agency, partnering with Heritage Mutual, has been protecting your assets for years. Please call your local insurance advisors located at 1212 West Marion Street. People's Insurance Agency delivers peace of mind.
Eastern Iowa's variety station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back into Brownfield as the West Delaware football pregame show rolls along here. Hawks and Indians about 10 minutes away from kicking this thing off, and Bill Logan has come out of the West Delaware locker room. And Bill, tough week for the Hawks last week as they are 0-1 after that 17-15 loss against Dubuque Wahlert last week. But coaches saw some things right away Friday night and worked at fixing some of those things right away Friday night. Saw some things that probably made a lot of the difference in that game, but they look fired up and they get to return to Brownfield for the first game of the season.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is on Brownfield, protected. They were talking in the locker room, and in the last 10 or 12 years, Hawks have only lost like 4 times on Brownfield, so protect Brownfield is one of the big things coming into tonight. And told the wide receivers, you guys stay alert, block downfield because you're not sure where Meyer's coming from. So, to me, that's kind of looking hopefully an explosive rushing game here tonight. And hopefully that line can get uncorked here tonight, and Caleb Meyer and company can go a little crazy here tonight like Caleb's done the last couple years on the lower level. So the kids are excited, they're ready to go, and they want to make up for a little bit of last week's little lackadaisical performance to come out and make up for it tonight.
Well, Bill, this is a game you hope the Hawks keep on their schedule, because you got to see a grandson in uniform tonight as your grandson Wesley playing for the Marion Indians, dressing for the sophomore team. He played a lot in that freshman game last night, but kind of probably pretty special for you to see your grandson dressed across the field.
Yeah, it's pretty special. It's got Marion on, which I still can't wear Marion stuff. I'm sorry I can't do it. But Marion's near and dear to my heart because of my grandson. And that's pretty cool being over there watching him. I went down last night and watched him play a freshman game, and that's pretty special. And it's a big deal, and hopefully another 3 years of this stuff, and it's just awesome.
Well, if Grandpa won't wear Marion stuff, Grandma will.
Grandma does.
Grandma does.
Grandma does.
She's over there with the Marion crowd tonight. Bill, best of luck tonight. Have a good call, and stay safe down there, buddy.
Let's go, guys. Hawk football.
That was Bill Logan down on the West Delaware sideline, as he is for us tonight and every night for West Delaware football, as we're about 8 minutes away from kicking this thing off. We're going to have a special honorary captain tonight, as that is going to be Brandon Domeyer. He's a current assistant coach on this West Delaware team, as we'll talk with him at halftime. I had a chance to catch up with him earlier in the week, as he'll be in the locker room at halftime, so hard to get an interview there. But Brandon, a former Hawk, graduated in 2011 here from West Delaware. In his time as a Hawk, he was a three-sport athlete, competing in football, baseball, and track. His favorite memories as a Hawk include playing on Brown Field on Friday nights and being a part of the 2010 state semifinal team, and now having the opportunity to help coach the Hawks. After high school, he continued his education and football career at Wartburg College. As a Knight, he was a part of 2 conference championship teams, including an Elite 8 playoff run in 2014. He currently works at Acme Electric out of the IBEW Local 405 as an industrial commercial electrician. He lives in Manchester here with his wife, Autumn, and their 2 children, Jax and Nora. We're going to step out for our national anthem. We'll be back with the starters and the kickoff to this game right after this, as you've been listening to the football Friday night pregame show right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
The Moyle family of Manchester bringing a new company to the area, Razor Sharp Epoxy Services. They can do epoxy flooring, grinding, and polishing of concrete. For more information on epoxy flooring, contact Dominic at 319-830-2949.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into Brown Field. We'll continue our pregame show coverage here for just a little bit more, as that national anthem isn't going to come till right at 7:30 again. This game being televised on KCRG 9.2 tonight, so don't be afraid to turn on your TVs, turn down the volume, sync it up, and have us on the air for you here tonight on your radio dial, as we take a look at the starters for these 2 teams. Offensively, up front for the Hawks, it's Carson Petlin, Kieran Monahan, Ben Petlin, Luke Curley, and Mitch Krogman. The receivers for the Hawks are Kyle Kelly, Cross Underwood, Logan Woolert, Wyatt Volker. Running back is Cale Meyer, and the quarterback is junior, 6'2", 180 pounds, Jared Voss. Defensively for the Marion Indians, up front for the Indians is Trevor Coffrin, Christian Lacoste, Garrett Wagner, Caden Swanger. Linebackers are Isaac Chakota, Lucas Unzen, Thomas McAllister, and Ben Gibson. And the defensive backs and safeties are Dane Karstensen, Connor Whalen, and Ryan Paulson. Defensively for the Hawks, up front is Kieran Monahan, Carson Petlin, Ben Petlin. Linebackers are Jaden Payton, Joe Burke, and Wyatt Volker, and Cale Rempe. Corners are Logan Woolert and Kyle Kelly, and the safeties are Tyler Traber and Sam Lockey. Offensively for the Marion Indians tonight, Caden Swanger, Garrett Wagner, Ben Gibson, Aiden Baker, and Cooper Sprague all up front for the Marion Indians. Backs and receivers are Dane Karstensen, Connor Whalen, C.J. Anderson, Daquan Johnson, Lucas Unson. Running back is Isaac Chakota, and the quarterback is Wyatt Cannon. As going to be a special night here again tonight. Aaron, you remember this from our opening game here at Brownfield last year, is the flyover from the Huey helicopter that we saw last week. And, of course, a big week here in Manchester is the Iowa Firefighters Association has been here all week camping and participating in festivities throughout the week, as they had their big hoses downtown today having their drills, and they'll have water ball fights throughout the day tomorrow as well. So good time having all the firefighters and the men and women in the fire in their respective fire departments here this week. Always a pleasure to welcome them into the Manchester community as well. So we're going to take another short break. That is going to do it for the Football Friday Night pregame show right here on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Stop into Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello today. They are your small engine experts and are always happy to serve you. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches from Pete's Small Engine Repair.
This is James Halverson, Service Manager at Victory Ford in Dyersville. Our service and parts team is dedicated to keeping your car in tip-top shape, and our sales department makes buying a car easy and hassle-free. Stop out to Victory Ford in Dyersville or online at victoryfordonline.com.
This is Kurt from Hymes Awards in Manchester. We create high-quality awards, promotional items for your business, and personalized gifts. We can engrave anything from glass to granite. Stop in and see what we can do for you. Hymes Awards at 106 McCarran Drive, next to Lightning Lanes in Manchester.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Call Randy at Rocky's Auto Body RV and Repair for all your auto body, RV, and collision repair work. Free estimates and local delivery and pickup. That's Rocky's Auto Body RV and Repair, located 4 miles south of Highway 20, just off of Highway 13 in Manchester. Good luck to all area athletes and coaches.
This is Jamie Vaskey, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I gotta tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio, video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your local West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Hey sports fans and listeners, this is Susie Meyer with Exit Realty. Having the right real estate agent means having an agent who is committed to helping you buy or sell your home. Call me, Susie Meyer with Exit Realty, your go-to agent.
West Delaware football. This is West Delaware football on Eastern Iowa's high school sports play-by-play leader. Hawks football from KMCH Sports is brought to you by the KMCH Sports Boosters. Now, with all the action, here's Bill Logan, Aaron Plain, and Jamie Vaskey.
West Delaware football is on the air from beautiful and historic Brown Field in Manchester, where tonight it's the West Delaware Hawks and the Marion Indians. Good evening, everybody. Along with Aaron Pleen and Bill Logan, this is Jamie Vaskey as we welcome you in live. The Hawks receive the opening kick. It's Logan Woolert for the Hawks, taking it at his own 5-yard line. He's going to bring it out to the 35, where the Hawks will take over 1st and 10. Aaron, tough week for the Hawks last week, but it's kind of what, the coaches always say, flush last week and it's a fresh start here. Still non-district play last week. You got to come out and perform here tonight.
Yeah, and you'd expect the Hawks to take a big jump here and take a big step forward here, Jamie, and really improve off of what they did last week. There were some mistakes, but the mistakes should be pretty easy to clean up, and if they stay focused, whatever, they should have a good night here against Marion.
Hawks will give to Cale Meyer right off the bat here. He's got it at the 35, pushes forward to about the 39-yard line. Nice little gain there for Cale Meyer as he's going to be brought down out there by Connor Whalen of the Indians. Gain of 4 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 6. As Jared Voss is starting quarterback, pistol formation for the Hawks. One receiver each way, one man in the slot. That's Cross Underwood as Voss looks to pass. Out route to Kelly, and it's going to be picked off, and it's going to be taken to the house, as that is going to be Dane Karstensen. It's not going to be taken to the house. He fumbled, and I believe they're going to call him down at the 1-yard line. That's going to be down to the 1-yard line, and Marion will take it 1st and goal at the 1. After that interception, it was a quick little out route. He was looking for Kyle Kelly, and Karstensen read it perfectly, jumped the route, picked it off, and took it down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, spot on, Jamie. He jumped the route. I watched the play develop, and Karstensen did a nice job of reading it, planting his foot, and just stepping in front of Kelly and getting the big interception here early in this first quarter.
So now the Marion Indians will come out with Wyatt Cannon, their junior quarterback, and they will take over 1st and 10. Only 10 seconds left. They still don't have to play in here. 10 seconds on this play clock as we're just underway. It's Cannon under center. This is going to be Paulson, Ryan Paulson under center. He sends a man in motion. Paulson's going to cut it up the middle and take it in for the Marion touchdown. Ryan Paulson, the junior, with the touchdown for Marion, and they will go up 6-0 here with 11:08 left to go in quarter number 1. So one play on the opening drive for the Indians, and they go in for the touchdown. Now on for the extra point is Jaffer Murphy for the Indians. As Murphy, no extra points last week, as his kick is good, and the Marion Indians lead it 7-0 here with 11:08 left to go in quarter number 1. Not the start the Hawks wanted, but another chance here as we take a short time out. Come back. You're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
Whether a door needs replaced or building a new home, let S&R Construction of Masonville take care of you. S&R Construction is the expert in home improvement projects, gutters, siding, garages, remodeling, new home construction, and more. Call Steve Petland today at 319-361-0638 for a free quote.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
Hi, this is senior defensive back Mason Gillen. You're listening to West Delaware football right here on KMCH.
Welcome back into Brown Field. Hawks trail 7-0 after the opening drive was picked off by the Hawks. Picked off by Dane Karstensen. He took it down to the 1, and one play later the Indians scored their first touchdown of the game. Jaffer Murphy's kick lands about 9 yards deep in the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Hawks will take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, looking for better results out of this second drive.
Yeah, Jamie, and that touchdown drive, a quick one for the Marion Indians, only took 4 seconds after getting the interception, ran all the way back. Dane Carson down to the Hawk 1. Ryan Paulson with the 1-yard touchdown run with the extra point puts Marion up 7-0 with 11:08 to go here in this first quarter.
So another chance for the Hawks here. They split out 2 receivers to the right. Cale Meyer, the deep back, they run pistol, and we're going to get a penalty before the play goes. It was thrown by our back judge there. Or excuse me, not the... As it's going to be illegal procedure against the Hawks, as Chris Meineke, his crew from he's from Maquoketa, his crew here for us tonight. Chris also a wrestling official during the winter months. As now the Hawks will face 1st and 15 from their own 15, or 1st and 15 from their own 15. A quick pass out to the left side. It's Underwood. He's going to bring it out to the 30-yard line. Nice run there, a gain of 15. Real close to the first down. They're going to give the Hawks the first down. Nice job pitch and catch there from Jared Voss to Cross Underwood.
We saw Cross Underwood last week, Jamie, do a lot of good things against the Dubuque Wahlert defense. Just getting him out there, getting him in space, letting him use his speed and break some tackles, and he showed it right there, picking up a big first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Hawks. They give to Meyer, right side. He breaks the tackle. He's got it at the 35, still pushing forward. Dane Karstensen's going to wrap him up, but Cale Meyer picked up 3 more yards after he was wrapped up to the 38-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 7 yards.
Yeah. That was just a good individual effort by Meyer there, too. Looked like he might have been dropped for about a 1 or 2 yard gain, but he just kind of broke free of the grip of the Marion defender and picked up a good chunk on first down.
So 2nd down and 7 for the Hawks. They give it to Meyer again. He's got enough for the first down out to the 43-yard line, and that's good for another West Delaware first down. This time it's Cale Meyer, as on the stop was Isaac Chakota for the Indians.
And that's important for the Hawks. They just didn't seem to be able to get their run game going last week, Jamie, against Wahlert, and they came out tonight so far, and their first 3 or 4 runs have been really solid, picking up from 4 to 7 or 8 yards a crack, so nice job there by that Hawk running game.
As Marion will take a timeout here with 10:17 left to go in quarter number 1. We'll take one with them. Hawks trail 7-0. You're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
Bolichek's Landing, downtown Delhi. Open 7 days a week. Friday night buffet, Saturday night prime rib. Bolichek's proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
GNB Bank in Manchester is an employee-owned, local community bank that has been expanding financial horizons for 85 years. Our team provides the commitment, support, and solutions you need to navigate toward your goals. Learn more at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Hawks senior linebacker Kel Rempe, and you are listening to West Delaware football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome back into Brown Field. Hawks have it 1st and 10 from their own 43. They trail 7-0 here as Voss is going to keep it himself. That run-pass option, he's going to take it up the middle. He's going to carry it up to the 47-yard line, pick up a 4 yards there. As kind of right at that, now they'll give him 6 yards. It'll be at the 46-yard line. So pick up of 3 yards for Voss. As it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Hawks from their own 46-yard line. Trailing 7-0 here, first quarter. Voss, shot pistol formation, looks to pass, looks left. He's got a man. He's looking for Logan Woolert. And the Hawks have got to be careful there with that out route, as Marion doing a good job of jumping those routes, as another defensive back Ryan Paulson looked like he had that one read from the start.
Yeah, it's a long throw for Voss. It's a long throw for any quarterback, but he's basically throwing about 2/3 the width of the field there to get that pass, and so hopefully those balls go on a seam and he throws it right on a dime and hits the receivers tonight, because like you said, we've already seen it intercepted once tonight.
Voss looks to pass here, screen set up. He's got a man across the middle. It's Woolard. He's got it at the 45 of Marion, down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, and that's good for a West Delaware first down. Nice screen pass by the Hawks, and it's Logan Woolard who carries it down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, West Delaware.
Yeah, nice job selling that screen, Jamie, by that offensive line. They kind of let the Marion defenders kind of blow by them a little bit and allowed Woolard to just kind of go on the flat there, and Voss did a nice job of dumping it to him and picking up the first down.
Now I think the Hawks are going to call a timeout as an equipment. I think Coach Winkowicz is... Logan Woolard has... Is he dinged up, or does he have a helmet issue down there?
Well, they're talking to the referees. When he got tackled there, the free safety came in helmet first and did a helmet-to-helmet.
Oh.
Yeah, Waller's counting stars right now, so he'll get back here. He'll be all right, but they just want to make the officials aware that he came in leading with helmet first.
So no timeout for the Hawks. They have it 1st and 10. Thank you to Bill Logan down there on the Hawks sideline for that information. Hawks have it 1st and 10 at the Marion 43. 9:15 left to go here in quarter number 1. Hawks trailing 7-0. Voss, pistol formation, a receiver each way, as they're going to run Meyer left side. He cuts back up the middle, and nothing doing there, as he might have gained a half a yard there. Little to no gain there for Cale Meyer. Lucas Unzen and Ben Gibson combined on that stop for the Indians. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. They're going to give him no gain, so the Hawks will go right back to work. 2nd down and 10 from the Marion 43. Voss rolls to his right. He looks to pass. He's got a man wide open. He's got to find him. Now he's going to take off and run. He cuts it back at the 41-yard line. He had Underwood streaking across the middle. Thought maybe he'd throw it out there, but it falls. Voss takes it, tucks it, and runs himself at the 41, a gain of 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 here for the Hawks.
You really want to maybe try and find something again to get those backs and those receivers, get it in their hands as soon as you can, and let them make some plays. They've done a good job of that tonight. They did a pretty good job of it last week, but Underwood, Kelly, get those guys involved here and hopefully pick up this first down.
Hawks were 3 for 11 in 3rd downs last week. Voss under pressure. Now he's going to tuck and run. He's got it at the 40, down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 2 yards, but the Hawks do not convert the 3rd down. It'll be 4th down here for the Hawks. Again, Hawks 3 for 11 last week on 3rd downs. We'll see if they go for it here. They were 2 for 3 in the 4th down department last week. It's 4th and 6 here. Ball at the Marion 39-yard line. As it looks like Voss is going to stand back and punt this one away, so the Hawks will not go for it here. A little pooch punt by Voss. It's going to bounce at the 7-yard line, take a nice Marion bounce, or a nice West Delaware bounce, and it's going to be picked up at the half-yard line. Nice job by Kyle Kelly getting down there. And that ball is going to be down at the they'll call it the 1-yard line. And that's where the Indians will take over 1st and 10. Great punt by Jared Voss.
Yeah, beautiful punt. He just kind of deadened it right about between the 5 and 10-yard line for Marion there. Took a nice little hop, went down at the half-yard line. Hawk defense now can hopefully get after it here a little bit and maybe pick up a safety or create a turnover.
So Hawks trailing 7-0 with 7:55 left to go in this first quarter. As the Indians come set on 1st and 10, they're going to run the quarterback right up the middle. It's going to be Ryan Paulson. And he brings it out. Again, Trevor Paulson, the quarterback for the Indians last season, I think you and I talked last year, threw one of the nicest balls out of a high school football player that you'll ever see. As a gain of 2 by Paulson there, it's 2nd down and 8, ball at their own 3-yard line. As they come set, the deep back for the Indians. I think the quarterback's going to keep this one again. He's going to fight forward to about the 5-yard line as it's Paulson once again. He picks up 2 more up to the 5-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Indians. Wyatt Volker in on the stop for the Hawks. As again, that deep back for Marion is Isaac Chakota. So it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Indians, their first 3rd down attempt here. Of course, their first drive was a 1-yard, one-play drive after the West Delaware turnover. One receiver each way for the Indians, 2 men in the slot for Paulson. They're going to pitch it to Chakota out to the left side. Cale Rempe's going to wrap him up. He's going to be short of the first down out to the 9-yard line, be about a yard short as he picks up. Did they get him at the 9? He might be a couple yards short. As Cale Rempe wrapped him up, they're going to put it down, looks like the 8-yard line, so it'll be 4th down and 4 here for Marion. And they look to punt this one away, as I believe, see who the punter is. It looks like Dane Karstensen, the punter for the Indians. Deep to receive for the Hawks is Underwood. As this ball is a low rolling kick, the Indians are going to pick it up. Are they saying that hit the Hawks? I don't think it did. I think it's going to be down. They're going to say it was touched by the Indians. I think the Indians thought it rolled and hit one of the Hawks. But Marion is going to pick it up, and it's going to be West Delaware ball at the 45-yard line of Marion. So the Hawks will start their 3rd drive here at the Marion 45-yard line with 6:01 left to go in quarter number 1.
Well, you got good field position here, Jamie. Hawks got to take advantage of this and put some points on the board here. This is, the defense did their job, got the 3 and out. Now we need to see that offense come through here and put something in the end zone.
So the Hawks have it. Voss, pistol formation, 2 receivers split out to the right. Meyer, the back in the pistol. They give it to Underwood on the end around. That little reverse play gets back to the line of scrimmage is where he's going to be brought down that time by Trevor Coffrin. And no gain on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Hawks. So 2nd down and 10 for the Indians here. Or for the Hawks, from the Indian 45-yard line. As Voss looks to pass, looks to his left. Now he's going to step up. He's under pressure, still looking to throw the ball downfield. Now he's going to tuck it and run it himself, puts his head down and runs over the defender at the 40, gets inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, as it was Garrett Wagner who brought him down on that play. It'll be 3rd down here for the Hawks, ball at the Marion 38-yard line.
And Jamie, that was a really good decision by Voss because Logan Wohlert kind of broke free a little bit downfield, but Jake was running to his left, and that's a hard throw to throw when you're throwing across your body a little bit. So he did a nice job of making the decision of tucking it and going.
They give it to Underwood on that end around again. He's got some room at the 25-20. Cross Underwood at the 10, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown, West Delaware. Cross Underwood. 38-yard touchdown run, and the Hawks are on the board. It's now 7-6 in favor of the Indians, but a great run there by Cross Underwood.
He did a nice job, Jamie. He was kind of going towards the near sideline here, and then he just cut it back towards the far sideline. And once he got it into that second level, there was nobody down there, and Cross did a nice job of seeing the green and heading for the end zone. And that's huge. The Hawks got good field position, put it in the end zone, chance to tie it right here with the extra point.
And it'll be Ben Petland on for the Hawks to attempt this extra point. Out of the hold of Tyler Traver. Petland's kick is up. It is good. Hawks tie it. It's 7-7 with 4:40 left to go in quarter number 1. We will take a break and come back right after this. You're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as great incentives at taukemotors.com. If you are looking for a new pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
Hi, this is Hawks senior offensive lineman Ben Petlin, and you are listening to West Delaware football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Cross Underwood gets his second touchdown run of the season. The Hawks have tied this ballgame up 7-7 with 4:40 left to go in this first quarter. As they get set to kick off, Ben Petlin will do the kicking duties for the Hawks as they run a man on. A little alternating there as Jamison Smith comes off, and Jaden Payton will come in. Good to see Jamison Smith back in the Hawk lineup as he had a little injury to start the season off. As he's back and on the team, ready to go. We'll see him throughout the night here tonight, as unable to play last week, but he's ready to go. The Hawks will kick off. Petlin's kick is away, and it's going to be taken. I believe this is Karstensen, who's going to come right up the middle, and the Hawks are going to wrap him up. Nice job at about the 27, 28-yard line. Excuse me, that was Connor Whalen on the return for the Indians. And the Marion will start 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Touchdown drive, Jamie, by the Hawks. 3 plays, 45 yards, took 1 minute and 21 seconds off the clock. Cross Underwood with a 38-yard touchdown run with the extra point ties this ball game up 7-7 with 4:34 to go here in this first quarter.
So Ryan Paulson will come set once again under center for the Indians. As the deep man is Chakota. They send a man in motion. That's Whalen. They're going to run option to the right side. Paulson's going to keep it himself. The Hawk fans want holding as Cale Rempe's going to run him as, that was Wyatt Cannon. So we're kind of seeing similar to last week, them alternating quarterbacks. We saw that with the Wahlert Golden Eagles last week. Bill said last week he needed to set up some kind of communication so he can tell us which quarterback is in the game, and I didn't think we'd have to do it 2 weeks in a row. But the other junior quarterback is in, and that's Wyatt Cannon in for the Indians at quarterback now. Okay. I think it was a hold out there on the outside. The Hawk fans pretty knowledgeable on that one, but as Cannon comes set under center, they send a man in motion. This is Whalen. They're going to run option with Whalen. They pitch it to him left side, and Cale Rempe's going to run the pitch man down Whalen at the 35-yard line, pick up of 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 3 upcoming for the Indians.
That's a nice job there by Cale Rempe. It looked like Marion might have had something there. It looked like a hole was opening up, and Cale just did a nice job of flowing to the football and dropping him for about a 3-yard gain. So Hawks forcing Marion in another third and short here, 3rd and 3. So we'll see if the defense can repeat what it did last drive and shut the door on them.
As Cannon comes set under center, they send a man in motion. They're going to run option left side, and Cannon's going to keep it himself. He's going to be swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Hawks get him. Coming in and making the stop for the Hawks on that one was Kieran Monahan. Heard his name a lot last week. He's back in the fold tonight. He drops him at the line of scrimmage. 4th down and 3 for the Indians coming up.
Boy, and that was just textbook defense, Jamie. The 2 backers that were coming up played the ball, the deeper backs, and they depended on Kieran to come and make the stop on the quarterback, and he did it. He was right there, dropped him for a 0 gain, and forcing the punt.
Big hit there by Kieran Monahan. That's good for a big hit of the game. Brought to you by Gateway Appliance, your exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer in the Big Blue Building on West Main in Manchester. Thank you to Gateway Appliance for tonight's big hit of the game. As this one's rolled, and Logan Wollert's going to pick it up as he tried to catch the Indians off guard, but waiting there for him was Ryan Paulson, and he drops him right as he picked it up at the West Delaware 26-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will start 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 19 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1, as this game is tied 7-7.
And 2 really good defensive stops there, Jamie, by that Hawk defense, both 3 and outs, and both of them, just didn't give Marion much room to operate there. So, and the offense, had a good drive that last drive. So let's see if they can replicate that.
Voss is going to hand off to Cale Meyer, right side. He cuts back. Nice cutback lane for Cale Meyer there. As Cale brings it up, nice little gain there as he's brought down by Isaac Chakota up to the 31-yard line. Gain of 5 for Cale Meyer there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Hawks.
Well, you got that big right side of that line, Jamie, where you got big number 77, Mitch Krogman, and 61 over there, Luke Curley, so a big right side of that line, and pretty good guys to run behind.
Trips to the left for the Hawks, one receiver out to the right. They're going to hand to Meyer. Voss keeps it himself, runs to that left side. He's going to carry it up to the 35, 36-yard line. It's going to be close to a West Delaware first down. Our guy on this side's got it spotted. Should be a first down for the Hawks, as they needed to get to the 36-yard line. I think they're going to measure this one. From the yard markers, it looks like it's good. Oh, Bill is really studying that one. Boy. he was swaying his hips, trying to get as good a view as he could. They're just going to give it to him. They're not going to measure that. So that'll be a first down for the Hawks. Third rushing first down of this first half for the Hawks, as they will come set once again here with a minute and a half left to go in this first quarter. Game is tied as Voss, pistol formation, throws a swing route out to Underwood. He's got it at the 35-40. Cuts back. Nice cut back. He crosses nearing midfield. Nice job by Cross Underwood as he brings it out to the 48-yard line. Ooh. Finally brought down out there by the Indians' Lucas Unson. But that cutback, he broke an ankle. He broke the defender's ankle on that play. That cutback at the 40-yard line, and he carries forward for a first down for West Delaware after the catch by Cross Underwood.
I'm not sure what was a cooler move, is his little sidestep move there that you said, or the fact that he drug about 4 Marion defenders about 5 yards there. So good individual effort.
First and 10 Hawks. Nice pull by Voss on the run pass option. He crosses midfield to the 49 of Marion, as they had it at their own 48-yard line. As I believe we have a live mic down there on the sideline. We'll take care of that here. As the Hawks, after a pickup of 3 yards by Jared Voss, as we're getting some nice commentary from the players down there. Just got to shut it off before you get to Coach Imslin. As Voss looks to pass, looking right, he's got a man across the middle. That should be, they ran, that was a little bit early, wasn't it? As he's looking for Kyle Kelly, as it was Ryan Paulson on the coverage for the Indians. Looked like collided a little bit early. That one will fall incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Hawks coming up here.
Boy, and I really like the way Voss dropped back there, Jamie. He had really nice, he looked comfortable. He didn't didn't get too excited, and threw a nice pass there. And I'm with you. It looked like Kelly might have got bumped there early, but
as Voss looks to throw on 3rd and 7, throws across middle, screen set up. Nice catch by Sam Lucky. He crosses down the 40-yard line down to the Marion 39, and that'll be good for another West Delaware first down. Sam Lucky that time with that first down catch, as the Hawks moving deeper into Marion territory. Christian Lacoste with the stop on that one. 1st and 10 Hawks, as they have it tied up here 7-7. 10 seconds left to go in this first quarter. I'm not sure the Hawks are going to call a play.
Yeah, looks like they're...
They will not, and that will do it for our first quarter. Hawks and Indians tied 7-7, but the Hawks are driving. As we'll bring you back for quarter number 2 right after this. You're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Craving authentic Mexican food? Then hurry down to Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in Manchester, and now a new Dyersville location too. Rio Blanco features daily specials, an extensive menu with many authentic dishes to choose from, and the best margarita and queso around. Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in both Manchester and Dyersville.
Every good athlete recognizes the value of having a great coach. If you're buying or selling a home, make sure you team up with an experienced realtor to coach you through the process. I service the entire KMCH listening area. My office is located in Manchester, across from the hospital. Contact me, Teresa Turnus, from Keller Williams Realty for all your real estate needs.
Hi, this is senior defensive back Mason Gillen. You're listening to West Delaware football right here on KMCH.
Back into Brown Field. Hawks and Indians tied 7-7. Voss will hand off on 1st and 10 to Cale Meyer. He's got it at the 35. Down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line of Marion. As Ryan Paulson tripped him up on that play. Nice pickup of about 7 yards there for Cale Meyer. Like what we're seeing here early on by this offensive line, Aaron. Nice big holes for Cale Meyer to run through.
Well, and he's running tough. He's keeping his legs moving. He kind of got banged around there a little bit that last carry, but held on to the football and creates a 2nd and short here.
They're going to hand off to Meyer again. Right side, he slips out of the tackle. Defender slips. He's got it at the 35, 20. Down inside the 10. Cale Meyer's going to reach for the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, West Delaware. Cale Meyer from 33 yards out, and the Hawks go up 13-7 with 11:20 left to go in quarter number 2.
Boy, good vision there by Meyer, Jamie. It didn't look like he had anything up the middle. He kind of bounced it to the outside. Might have got a little help there by one of the Marion defenders slipping, but he was still going to pick up a big gain, and that just allowed him to run free down this near sideline and pick up the big touchdown for the Hawks.
Yeah, what a great effort by Cale Meyer at the goal line. He was getting caught by a couple defenders for Marion. Did a great job diving for the end zone as Ben Petlin's kick goes left, no good. But the Hawks lead 13-7 with 11:20 left to go here in quarter number 2. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Newhouse Construction and Concrete is proud to support all our area athletes. Give Phil a call at 927-5178 for your commercial, ag, or residential projects, or visit newhouseconstruction.com. Newhouse Construction and Concrete turns design into reality.
No one can win a game by themselves. At F&M Bank, our team works together to achieve the ultimate goal, exceeding client expectations. F&M Bank is a proud supporter of all local sports teams. F&M Bank, the right choice in Manchester, Cedar Rapids, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC.
Hi, this is Hawks senior lineman Sam Linus, and you're listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brown Field. Hawks lead 13-7 with 11:20 left to go in this first half. Don't forget, football fans, that this week's area online game of the week can be heard right now at our website, kmch.com, as tonight North Lynn is in Delhi to take on Maquoketa Valley. Join John Swisher, Roger Reed, and Jim Maishai with the call of that one right now at our website, kmch.com. Isaac Chakota is going to pick this one up at his own 12-yard line. He's going to get outside the Hawks defense or special teams, and he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line as the Hawks are finally able to bring him down. Logan Wollert brings him down, but a big return there for Isaac Chakota all the way out to the 31-yard line. Indians take over 1st and 10.
And the Hawk touchdown, the Hawk scoring drive, 8 plays, 74 yards, took 2 minutes and 59 seconds off the clock. Cale Meyer with a thing of beauty, a 33-yard touchdown run. The Hawks did miss the extra point, but nonetheless take the 13-7 lead with 11:11 to go here in the second quarter.
As Edco leading Starmont in the first quarter, 26-0. Beckman leads Monticello 7-0 in the first quarter. In the first quarter, East Buchanan leads Clayton Ridge 6-2. Iowa City Regina leading Anamosa 42-7 in the second quarter. So we'll have more scores throughout our game here tonight, as this is going to be Wyatt Cannon. It's going to be a double pass as the running back's going to pass this one, almost intercepted. Great coverage out there by Logan Wollert, as it was Chakota who passed it. They pitched it to the running back, Chakota. He was looking for, and he threw it deep down the field looking for Connor Whalen. Great job there by Logan Wollert. He dove at the last second and about had the interception.
Yeah, and the best part about that, James, is he stuck with the receiver. He stuck with and didn't turn his head and look to see what was going on behind him. He stuck with the receiver, and that really allowed him to almost pick up the interception there, but nonetheless, great defense by Logan Wollert.
So the Indians come set. Second down and 10 from their own 31-yard line. They send a man in motion. They're going to hand it off up the middle and immediately hit Wyatt Volker as he hit Chakota. That's a big hit of the game, as Volker blasting up the middle and dropping Chakota at the line of scrimmage. Is that big hit of the game brought to you by Gateway Appliance, your exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer in the Big Blue building on West Main in Manchester. That big hit of the game, Wyatt Volker coming through that crease there as a linebacker and dropping Chakota at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 10 to go here for the Indians as Cannon under center, this is Paulson now. He runs option. He pitches. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up, but dropped in the backfield by the Hawks Lucas Unzen was the back in motion as Logan Wollert dropped him after he picked it up, after Unzen had to go chase after that fumble, that bad pitch by Ryan Paulson, and it's going to be 4th down and 14, a loss of 4 on that play, so Marion tonight, Aaron, 0 for 3 on 3rd downs. That's huge for this Hawk defense.
Absolutely.
As I believe it is going to be Dane Karstensen on the punt last time, wasn't it? As Karstensen's punt is going to go out of bounds into the stands. Whoa. Oh, as that went sailing way out into the Marion crowd.
Keep moving.
As there, he's still going forward. He's taking a zombie walk over there. He was 1 foot in front of the other. As Hawks will take over 1st and 10 at the Marion 40-yard line. So great starting field position here for the Hawks as they lead 13-7 with 9.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 2. As Voss comes set under center, they're going to hand off to Meyer off to the right side. He's swallowed up in the backfield that time. As coming up and making the stop was Aiden Baker. As Cale Meyer picks up, they're going to give him 1 yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 here for the Hawks. Again, that Hawk defense really last week, Aaron, can't fault them too much as they only really gave up 2 big plays, and one was an outstanding catch by the receiver from Wahlert, a one-handed catch. The other, a Hawk running on the field late, and that was the cutback lane. They're going to give it here to Cross Underwood, who's the fullback here. He's going to be run out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Pick up of 7 yards there for Underwood. The Hawks will be about a yard short of the 1st down. Nice run there. They're lined up in I formation. Underwood, the first man through, took that handoff and runs for 7, almost a 1st down. Hawks have it 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and going back to what you said, Jamie, it was last week the defense just played fantastic. It's a couple plays that got away from them, but
I formation once again. They're going to give to Underwood again. He cuts to the outside. Would have liked to see him try the inside, but he immediately cut it outside, and he's going to lose yards on that play. As they're going to lose a yard back to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and I'm with you. It looks like maybe if he'd have just stuck to going right up the middle and following his blockers, might have picked it up.
Especially on a 3rd and 1.
Yeah. You just want to get the 1st down, keep the drive moving.
Hawks will go for it here on 4th down and 1 at the Marion 32-yard line. Voss under center. He's going to hand it off to Meyer. They kind of run a stretch play. He dives for it, and he crawls went right over the defender of Marion. It looked like he walked on top of him, and Cale Meyer brings it down to the 17-yard line of Marion. Good for a 1st down, and the Hawks convert on 4th down. Another 1st down for the Hawks there, and it's 1st and 10 for the Hawks at the Marion 17-yard line. And I see Christian Yelich did it again against the Cubs. 3-run homer for Yelich. Cubs lose now 3-1. He's one of them guys.
Has our number.
He does, as they're going to hand off to Meyer once again. He cuts back. Nice block by Ben Petlin, and Meyer's going to go in for the Hawk touchdown. It was Ben Petlin, a huge block on the outside, and Meyer scampers in 17 yards on the touchdown, his 2nd of the night, and the Hawks go up now 19-7 with 8:01 left to go here in this 1st half.
And you talk about that run before, Jamie, where Cale got the 1st down and this touchdown run. He's got some nifty footwork those last 2 carries he had there, hurdling defenders and then kind of just being able to toe the sideline here and pick up and scamper in for the touchdown. So Beautiful series there by Cale Meyer, picking up some big yardage and then carrying it in for the touchdown.
Ben Petlin on for the extra point. This kick is up, and it is through. Ben Petlin with the extra point. Hawks lead. Oh, there's a penalty marker down. There's a penalty marker down on the field. So hold up. I believe this is just our second penalty of this ball game. The Hawks had one offensively, that false start early in the game. Pretty clean game here by these two teams here so far. As we await the call from our referee. Field goal, the extra point is good. Looks like after the play, personal foul against the Hawks. So personal foul against the Hawks, so that will be enforced on the kickoff. We'll take a break and come back. Hawks lead 20-7, 8:01 left to go first half. We're back after this from KMCH Sports.
This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Commitment is a key ingredient to any successful team. Our team shows that commitment every day with digital inspections, loaner cars, stress-free financing, and 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Committed to you and your vehicle. Georgian Auto in Manchester.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
Hi, this is Hawks senior linebacker Joe Burke, and you're listening to West Delaware Football on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brown Field, Hawks lead 20-7. Jamie Vaskey, Aaron Pleen, Bill Logan back along with you. In-studio producer is Ashley Vick. As the Hawks leading now 20-7, they're going to enforce that personal foul against the Hawks on the kickoff, so the Hawks will be kicking off from their own 25-yard line. And it will be Ben Petlin doing those kicking duties for the Hawks. Playing a much cleaner game offensively here are the Hawks so far in this first half. Defensively last week, they were pretty solid. Like we said, just those two big plays that the Hawks gave up for the two touchdowns. But the offense coming to life here tonight as they've scored 3 times here in this first half. Petlin running up to kick this one away. It's a sidewinding kick. It's going to go out of bounds at the Marion 42. So I believe they have to either have him re-kick it or take it from that spot, because a normal kick out of bounds goes to the 35-yard line. So it'll be Marion's decision here. As looks like they may see if they take it at that spot. I think if they had the choice of making them re-kick it, I think they would make them do that. Or do they enforce that kickoff on where it went out of bounds? Not sure, but they're going to place this ball at the 50-yard line, so right at midfield. That's where the Hawks will take over first, or the Indians will take over 1st and 10.
That touchdown drive, Jamie, by the Hawks, 5 plays, 60 yards, took 1 minute and 29 seconds off the clock. Cale Meyer with his second rushing touchdown tonight. This one of the 17-yard variety. With the extra point now, puts the Hawks up 20-7 with 8:01 to go here in the second quarter.
So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Indians, and I believe it is Cannon back in at quarterback for Marion, as he's got, we're missing an offensive lineman. Calling right guard. Calling a right. Nope.
I was going to say, there's all kinds of confusion going on.
A lot of confusion, and Coach Lovell wants a timeout, and he will get it. So Marion will call their second time out here this first half with 8:01 left to go in quarter number 2. We'll take one with them and come right back. You're listening to West Delaware Football from KMCH Sports.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Manchester, I'm looking out for what matters to you. Even when nothing's wrong, this is Tad Mormon, agent. Call me at 563-927-5677. 888-3586 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance, Tad Mormon Agent, 106 East Main Street, Manchester.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Hi, this is Hawks Senior Safety Tyler Traver, and you are listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 and KMCH.com.
Back into Brownfield, Hawks leading 20-7, 8:01 left to go, first half. Wyatt Cannon, the quarterback, under center. 3 men behind him. They're going to give it to Chakota right up the middle, and he's wrapped up by a host of Hawks. A few linebackers in there, as looks like it was Mitch Krogman and Cale Rempe combining on the stop there for the Hawks, but not before. Chakota picks up 3 yards. It'll bring up second down and 7 for the Indians.
Yeah, that's tough sledding in the middle of that Hawk front four, Jamie. They got some big space eaters in there, and if Marion's trying to make some things happen in there, it could be a long night.
Now the Hawks want a timeout. We'll keep it right here. We'll do a quick scoreboard update for you here as the Hawks take their first time out of this first half. 7:26 left to go in this first half. As we take a look at our area scoreboard, don't forget our area online game of the week is Northland at Maquoketa Valley. I saw a video just a little bit ago. They had a flyover in Delhi tonight, too, so that Huey helicopter's been busy all day flying around Manchester and then heading over the field here and over in Delhi as well. That game right now on KMCH.com with John Swisher, Roger Reed, and Jim Meischeid. Northland leading Maquoketa Valley in that game 26-0. That game in the second quarter. Edco in the third quarter leading Starmont 26-0. In the second quarter, Beckman and Monticello were tied 7-7. East Buchanan leading Clayton Ridge 6-2. That game in the second quarter. Iowa City Regina now leading Anamosa 56-7. That game in the second quarter. And Western Dubuque leads Williamsburg 7-0. That is a first quarter score. So second down and 7 upcoming for the Indians here. 7:26 left to go in this second quarter. Hawks leading 20-7 as Wyatt Cannon comes set under center. Back behind him is Isaac Chakota. 2 men in the slot. They're going to run Chakota up the middle, and he's swallowed up immediately. Wyatt Volker gets into the backfield and swallows Chakota up after a gain of 1 yard. It'll be third down and 6 for the Indians.
Yeah, it's just a big play there by Wyatt Volker and getting in there and dropping him for no gain. So Hawks doing a great job, in this first half, Jamie, of really kind of just playing sound defense, and their tackling seems to be much better tonight too. So those things combined are why Marion's only got 7 points on the board, and the Hawks are up 20-7.
Ball at the West Delaware 46-yard line as Cannon comes set under center. 2 receivers, 1 each way. For Cannon, looked like there's a whole bunch of movement. That left side moved first, and then I think that started a chain reaction. That should be against the Indians, I would think. It is, and that'll back them up 5 yards. So illegal procedure against Marion. In Marion's, the stats that I keep up here, that's the first mark that I've put on any of their stats. No first downs. And that was their first penalty of the game. So the only real stat right now is that they're 0 for 3 currently on third downs, and this is their 4th attempt here. Third down and 11 for the Indians. Ball back at their own 49 now. They send a man in motion. That's Unzen. They're going to put him back as Cannon makes a play call. He's under pressure. Avoids Jaden Payton coming at him. Now he's going to scramble to his right. Throws downfield. It's going to be caught, but immediately run out of bounds as that was caught out there by Connor Whalen. As I was going to say, I think that was Tyler Traver who ran him out of bounds there. As I was trying to get the number, Traver ran him out of bounds. It'll be 4th down and 6 upcoming for the Indians. So we'll see what they do here. Looks like they're changing teams here, and it looks like they're going to punt this one away. As this time, I think it's going to be Jaffer Murphy coming on to do the punting duties. We've seen Dane Carstensen kick the first two, but again, West Delaware holds on third down.
Yeah, just a nice job there, Jamie, again, by that Hawk defense.
As Murphy gets this punt away, Woolard is deep. It's going to bounce at the 7, and it's going to take a sidewinding bounce, and it's going to be picked up out there by Daquan Johnson at the West Delaware 5-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will take over 1st and 10. Hawks leading 20-7 with 6:12 left to go in this second quarter. In that first quarter went by so fast. The second quarter kind of dragging on here a little bit. A lot of couple penalties and some long drives.
Timeouts, a couple timeouts there one by each team.
As the Hawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Voss under center, I formation. They give it to Meyer right up the middle. Cale Meyer out to the 10-yard line. Nice little run there as he's taken down by a host of Marion Indians there. That'll be a pickup of about 5 yards. As coming up and making the stop for the Indians there was Ben Gibson. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 5 for the Hawks.
Nice job there again by Cale, keeping his feet quick, not getting to that hole and picking up good 5 yards, a good gain on 1st down.
Voss comes set under center once again. They give to Meyer right side, and he's got a lot of Indians coming at him, and he's not going to be able to escape it. Gains 1 or 2 on that play as he's brought down by Connor Whalen and Isaac Chakota. As a gain of 1, they'll give him 2 yards out to the 12-yard line. Brings up 3rd down and 3 for the Hawks. I formation once again for Voss. There's nobody home there on that run by Cale Meyer.
Whoa.
And now the Hawks jump off sides, and I think Luke Curley, the guilty victim there, is I think the Hawks were trying to draw them off sides, and Curley jumped the gun just a little bit, so that'll back the Hawks up 5 yards. And that's the second illegal procedure penalty against the Hawks here tonight, so that'll be 3rd down and 8. Back at the 7-yard line for the Hawks.
Curious to see what kind of play call Coach Wing sends in here. You're kind of backed up a little bit. You don't want to get too crazy here.
They're going to give it to Meyer, right side. He cuts back, nice little cutback. He gets back to the 10-yard line. Brought down by Gibson once again. And it's going to be, looks like he's going to pick up 3. It'll bring up 4th down and 5 for the Hawks. As the Hawks now 3 for 6 on 3rd downs. And they look like they're going to punt this one away. 4th and 4 to go here for West Delaware. Ben Petlin on to punt for the Hawks. That Unzen deep to receive this punt for the Unzen deep to receive. He calls for a fair catch. He's going to make it at his own 40, or at the West Delaware 41-yard line, and that's where the Indians will take over 1st and 10. Hawks leading 20-7 here with 4:16 left to go in quarter number 2. Again, that punt nearly blocked. There's a lot of Marion Indians coming flying in on that as the Hawks turn it over after the punt. It'll be 1st and 10 Indians at the West Delaware 41. Don't forget, join me tomorrow morning at 9 for the Coaches Corner as I talk with area football coaches and get their thoughts on tonight's games. That's the Coaches Corner, Saturday mornings at 9 right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH, and that'll lead you right up into Hawkeye football tomorrow as the Hawkeyes host Rutgers inside Kinnick Stadium tomorrow. Marion takes a timeout, 4:16 left to go, second quarter. Hawks leading 20-7, and we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated is a family-owned and operated business that has been a worldwide supplier of hydraulic shears and press brakes. Like our area athletes, they pride themselves in going the extra mile and provide precision and durability with every finished product. Beaton Bender Manufacturing Incorporated in Coggin.
Hi, this is Dr. Dan Meyer with the Animal Health Clinic in Dyersville. With over 30 years of experience in both large and small animal medicine, Dr. Boric, myself, and the staff at the Animal Health Clinic strive to treat your pet and livestock as if they were our own. Call us for an appointment or stop in the office today. Animal Health Clinic in Dyersville. Veterinary care you can trust.
Hi, this is Hawk Senior linebacker Chad Bishop, and you're listening to Westover Football right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brown Field, Hawks leading 20-7 out of the Marion timeout. That is their third timeout of this first half. Here with 4:16 left to go in this second quarter. So Marion, if they're going to put a drive together here and try to score before the halftime break, they're going to have to do it in a hurry and with no timeouts, as there's 4:16 left to go in this second quarter. Hawks leading 20-7. As Wyatt Cannon, the junior quarterback, under center. They send Unzen in motion left to right. They hand off to Chakota up the middle. He ran into a Hawk, Cale Rempe, and Rempe held on to him and took him down to the ground after gain of 3 yards there. Down to the 42-yard line. It'll bring up second down and 7 for the Indians.
Yeah, Chakota, Jamie, looks like if he can get to the outside, he could pick up some big yardage there, but they just continue to run him in the middle of that Hawk defense, and Volker and Rempe and those guys up front are just doing a great job of really not letting him escape and pick up any big yardage.
Second 7, they send Whalen in motion. They run option right side. Cannon keeps it himself, and he's wrapped up as Traver drops him at the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 2 yards. And it'll bring up third down and 5 for the Indians. Ball at the West Delaware 36-yard line. Nice stop there by the Hawks there. I was surprised that Cannon didn't pitch that. He was kind of getting swallowed, but he found a little bit of a crease before he got to Tyler Traver. So 3 minutes left to go here. Third down and 5 upcoming for the Indians. Their fifth third down attempt here of this first half. They give it to Chakota, and he gets wrapped up. He was wrapped up by Jaden Payton, but then Wyatt Volker came over and put a big hit on him. And no gain on that play, and it'll be now fourth down and 6. So Marion still 0 for 5 on third downs. And it looks like they're going to send Jaffer Murphy out once again to try to punt this one away. He did a great job. Great job on his last punt. Are they going to try a field goal here? Looks like they are. They're going to set this ball down at the 43-yard line. This will be a 53-yard field goal attempt by Jaffer Murphy as they send a man on late. 3 seconds left to go before the play clock runs out. Murphy kicks it right at the West Delaware line. It's blocked. As the Hawks, Murphy's going to pick it up all the way back at the Marion 48-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will take over first and 10.
Well, and if people are wondering why he was, Jaffer Murphy is a pretty accomplished soccer player. He's, Marion's boys soccer team last spring was ranked number 1 or number 2 throughout pretty much the entire year, and Jaffer Murphy was a huge part of it. He's a very good soccer player, and we've seen him kick field goals in the pregame and stuff like that, so we know he can do it, but good job there by that Hawk special teams of blocking it and giving themselves an opportunity here.
I don't know who blocked it, but it sounded like it hurt. As Voss is going to throw here. Rolls to his left. He's got a man. He's looking deep for Kyle Kelly. He throws it just out of the reach of Kelly. Dane Carstensen on the coverage for the Indians as this ball falls to the ground, and it'll be second down and 10. Just out. It might have got the very tips of Kyle Kelly's fingers, but it falls incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10 for the Hawks. I like what they did there, Aaron. Coming right off of that blocked field goal, the Hawks get it back with just under 2 minutes left to go. You're up 20-7 here in this first half. Go with the deep ball, and it just about worked for them.
Well, you get yourself a big old stranglehold in this game if you can put up another touchdown here before the intermission. And I like you said, I like their mindset.
As we roll to the left is Voss looking to pass again. He's going to hold on to it here. He brings it down to the 45. That'll be a pickup of 3 yards there by Jared Voss. And the Hawks will face a 3rd down and 7. So 3rd down and 7 for the Hawks. As they will send a play in here, a minute 15 left to go in this second quarter. Again, Hawks lead at 20-7. 3 receivers to the right for the Hawks. Like to see one-on-one down here with Kelly as he streaks across middle. Voss under pressure. He's going to throw it to Kelly, and going to be incomplete as Ryan Paulson on the coverage there for the Indians, and it falls incomplete. And with 1:01 left to go, the Hawks face a 4th down and 7.
I wonder here. I mean, Marion's got how many first downs, Jamie, tonight? 0. Man, you could almost, and 0 timeouts. Would this be a good time to possibly try and get something downfield?
Well, they're going to send the punt team out as Ben Petlin back to punt. 4th down and 7, deep to receive for the Indians is Lucas Unzen. Petlin's punt, end-over-end kick. It's going to hit at the 10 and go into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. And the Hawks will punt it to the Indians, and they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And we mentioned the Hawkeyes. Don't forget, they host Rutgers tomorrow. As that game, an 11 o'clock kickoff for the Hawkeyes. As you can hear that game right here on KMCH following the Coach's Corner with Gary Dolphin, Ed Podolak, Rob Brooks, and the rest of the Hawkeye Radio Network right here tomorrow morning at 11. Following the Coach's Corner here on KMCH. Again, our area online game of the week going on right now. North Lynn at Maquoketa Valley. John Swisher, Roger Reed, and Jim Meishide with the call of that one. As the Indians come set here, they send a man in motion. They're going to pitch it. This is Whalen. He's trying to get to the outside. He does, but he's going to be wrapped up as he tries to get into the corner. Joe Burke gets out there. Nice job by Joe. Gets out to the outside. The senior for the Hawks makes the stop after a gain of 1 yard by Connor Whalen. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. And I believe that, I guess he was run out of bounds, so the clock stops with 47 seconds left to go. The Hawks lead this game 20-7. Coming up at halftime, we'll have our Hawks in the NCAA segment. I sat down with tonight's honorary captain, Brandon Domeyer, and then, of course, West Delaware sophomore head coach Mark Becker joined me as well. As the Indians run option and tripped up as he pitches it to Unzen is Connor. And it was Unzen. He's going to be dropped in the backfield back to the 18-yard line. Mitch Krogman wrapped him up. And that's going to be a loss of 3, and I believe now the Indians, they can run the clock all the way down, and they will receive the second half kick. So they might be just content going in 20-7 and come back with a new game plan after half. Well, that is pretty close, isn't it? Mm-hmm. About a second difference. Yeah. The game clock is ahead of the play clock, and Marion's going to head into the locker room. Hawks lead 20-7. As we will take a break and come back as we start our halftime show here. You are listening to West Delaware football, leading 20-7 at the half, right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Edgewood Feed Mill Construction is a general contractor and will assist you with the construction of your livestock facility, start to finish. For more information on Edgewood Feed Mill Construction, contact Steve Paris at 563-920-7835.
Hello, this is Fred Smock from Dunlap Motors in Independence. We are proud to support local school programs. So if you are looking for a new Chevy, Buick, or certified used car or truck, or just want to stop and say hi, stop in. That's Dunlap Motors in downtown Independence.
Clayton Drug supports all area athletes and coaches on a successful season. Stop in and visit with one of their pharmacists today and be sure to check out their large selection of home decor and gift items. Clayton Drug in Strawberry Point and Elkader, a local pharmacy you can trust.
Hi, this is senior defensive back Mason Gillen. You're listening to West Delaware football right here on KMCH.
Back into halftime here. Week number 2, Hawks and the Indians. Jamie Vaskey back along with you as it's time to take a look at our Hawks in the NCAA. And we start with Coe College as they will get their season underway tomorrow, September 7th at 1 o'clock, as they will be at Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois, as 4 former West Delaware Hawks playing for the Coe-Hawks this season. Of course, senior quarterback Max Ridenour. He was a 2016 graduate of West Delaware. Also, 3 freshmen on the Coe-Hawk roster graduating last year from West Delaware. They include Ben Ridenour, Logan Wynn, and Nick Casey, as they will get their first experience of the college game tomorrow. Again, Coe College taking on Augustana College in Illinois. The Loras College Dew Hawks have 2 former West Delaware Hawks on their roster. Another senior former Hawk, as Sam Maloney is a senior for the Dew Hawks, as they get their season underway tomorrow, as they will be at the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Sam, a 2016 graduate of West Delaware. Also on the Dew Hawk roster is 2018 West Delaware graduate Cabron Cook. Again, the Dew Hawks will kick their season off tomorrow in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, as they will take on the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Upper Iowa University has a former Hawk on its roster as its 2019 West Delaware grad Jordan Brees. They will get their season underway tomorrow as well, as they will travel to a different Augustana University. That one in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That is a 1 o'clock kickoff for Jordan Brees and the Upper Iowa Peacocks. One former Hawk competed in his first collegiate game last Saturday. Parker Ostrander is on the Clark University roster as they took on Central Methodist University last Saturday in Dubuque, falling in that game 49-19. So the Clark University Pride 0-1 overall and 0-1 in conference play. They return to the field tomorrow at 11 a.m. as they will travel to Marshall, Missouri to take on Missouri Valley College. Again, that's an 11 o'clock kick. You can watch that game on ESPN3. That is a look at our Hawks in the NCAA. Bill Logan will be back with us next with his first half thoughts and statistics for tonight's game. And you're listening to West Delaware Football from KMCH Sports.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. It takes the right financial partner who cares as much about your future as you do, building a financial plan to meet your life's priorities and helping you achieve the financial security you're after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact me, Mitch Payton, or Matt Schulte today. You and Northwestern Mutual, stronger together.
Midwest One Bank wishes all area athletes and coaches best of luck this season. Midwest One, your local community bank in Dubuque, Dyersville, and Farley. Visit an office or online at midwestone.bank for simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sight and good vision is very easy to take for granted until it is taken away. Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa is here to help you.
Advanced Eye Care Associates of Eastern Iowa, located at 225 West Main Street in Manchester and 1113 West 3rd Street in Vinton.
Hi, this is Hawk Senior linebacker Chad Bishop, and you're listening to West Delaware Football right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Jamie Vaskey back along with you, Hawks and Indians, and normally we would have our honorary captain live here at halftime, but tonight's honorary captain happens to be an assistant coach on the West Delaware football program, and that is 2011 West Delaware graduate Brandon Delmeyer, as he had a great career here at West Delaware playing on Friday nights, took his talents up to Wartburg College, and played for 4 years up there, and I had a chance to catch up with Brandon earlier in the week. I'm joined by tonight's honorary captain, Brandon Delmeyer, a 2011 graduate of West Delaware High School. He's on the coaching staff for the Hawks. I believe this is your second year on the coaching staff for West Delaware. And Brandon, thanks for joining me tonight. And how have things been, kind of transitioning from playing football for West Delaware in 2011 to now coaching for West Delaware here in 2018 and 2019?
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Thanks for having me. I would say the hardest thing is definitely the first year, staying on the sideline, watching the kids play. You definitely want to be out there, but I think that's definitely something that, all football players realize is it's not a game that you get to play forever. So I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to do it from the sidelines and be able to do it for a program that has done so much for me.
I heard a quote the other night, the retirement rate in football is 100%, so unless you're Tom Brady. But anyway, after high school, you took your talents to Wartburg College and graduated there in 2015. Had a great career up there at Wartburg. How is some of that, what you took from Wartburg and kind of that collegiate level and that style of coaching, how has that helped you come back here and maybe give some things to the kids that maybe you didn't know or wish you would have knew when you were in high school? Now you can pass that along to these kids in high school.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah, I had a great experience at Wartburg, and just having an extra 4 years of football under my belt and playing, some of the best guys in the nation, and that taught me a lot. So that definitely helps me, back and helping these kids out and teaching them some of the stuff that I wish I knew when I was their age. And it's just a lot of fun.
Now you talk about giving back to the program that gave so much to you, and that's kind of been your mantra in life as well. You and your wife Autumn still living in the Manchester area and living in this community, and so many people can't wait to get out of their hometowns. But you and Autumn and your two kids have decided to raise your kids here in the Manchester area. What has that meant to you to go off to college and decide? What was that decision like to come back and just settle down here in the town you grew up in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We were very fortunate to be able to move back to Manchester. Dating through high school, we knew that once we were able to raise a family, that Manchester's definitely a community where we'd want to do that. And just the people here make it a great place. There's really nowhere else I'd rather be. We absolutely love it, and we love the support from the community and being able to be back in this program.
Well, one of the things has got to be a little tough for you is kind of juggling work schedules and that football coaching schedule, as a lot of the coaches have to do. Some of the coaches not teachers in the school like yourself, as you're an electrician at Acme and Cedar Rapids. How has that been like to kind of you go from college where you're juggling schedules between school and football. Now you're kind of in the real world here where you're juggling work and football.
Yeah. Definitely. And one thing I have to do is thank Coach Winkowicz for being very flexible with me. There's definitely some days that, I'm stuck at work late or this and that, and he's definitely very flexible with us coaches, and he's just great. He helps us a lot. He's very flexible, and he understands that we have other stuff we need to do, but at the same time, it's always great to have us there too.
Now, what does it mean to you, first home game of the year? You've seen honorary captains come back and be out there for the coin toss and be on the sideline for the games. What was the feeling like when Coach Winkowicz asked you to be the honorary captain for this season's first home game?
Oh, it's an absolute honor. Completely unexpected, honestly. You just had a phone call from him earlier today. Well, this program, like I said, has done so much for me as a player and a person, and it's an honor to be able to return, and be on the sidelines with those kids. And definitely for a big game like Marion, it's a huge honor.
Well, Brandon, I appreciate you joining me here, and best of luck to you guys tonight as you guys get ready and hopefully get a win in the win column this week. Get them ready, and appreciate you joining me.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Jamie.
That was tonight's honorary captain, Brandon Delmeyer, assistant football coach for the West Delaware Hawks. We're going to take a break and come back. I'll have West Delaware's sophomore head coach Mark Becker on with me right after this, as you're listening to West Delaware Football from KMCH Sports.
This is Phil from Gateway Appliance. We service most major brands of appliances, and we are Manchester's exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer. Stop in and see us today in the Big Blue Building on West Main in Manchester, or call 563-927-3200.
Delhi Lumber has products for every home and every budget. Delhi Lumber carries Midland doors, which are one of the best values around. You can see Midland doors today or call Delhi Lumber at 563-922-2404 for more information. Your Midland overhead door dealer, Delhi Lumber. Big town quality with small town service.
Hey sports fans and listeners, Stephen Motors in Monticello is the only GM service dealer in Jones County with GM trained technicians. They like to keep things simple and offer low prices and have a large selection of new, used, and certified pre-owned vehicles. Stop into Stephen Motors in Monticello today for a test drive.
Hi, this is Hawks senior lineman Sam Linus, and you're listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
pay off. Your kids did great in that second half. Kind of looked a little sluggish in that first half, but again, that first night at home on Brown Field to open for the varsity, kind of get those nerves out, and they did and got the win tonight.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Jamie. That's what it was. First home game. It's a pretty big stage for them. But, yeah, it was the little things, and we preached that week after week, and I told you last week that we needed to clean up the little things. And that first half, you're right, we were sluggish. We weren't making the plays. We had quite a few drops and just missing that one block from making a play happen. Got some holding calls, stalled a few drives. But, yeah, they came out the second half, and they played hard, and they kind of buckled down a little bit and realized we're in a football game.
And that seemed to be the theme of that first half. You mentioned the drop passes, but kind of those mental mistakes that the kids were making, plays away from the ball, those holding calls, those drive you nuts as a coach. But the kids, it's one of those things you got to keep trying to get it through to them. Don't make those mental mistakes.
Oh, exactly. And then besides that, you want to get through their head. It's gone. You flush it. The play's over. We go on to the next play. You catch the ball or you don't make that block in the back. And that's what we tell them. And I think they did a pretty good job of that. We had kids that miscommunication and everything. And we had some kids get dinged up. So we had some kids going in there, and I thought they did a fantastic job. But that was it. They buckled down, and they realized that, hey, let's get our head in the game, and we can beat this team. And I think they realized it when they saw Marion was fired up because they said they were happy to be only down 8-0.
Absolutely. Well, then you talked about that second half, and it was good. You kind of built that lead, went to 16, and then you guys ended up getting to 24-0. And you get to get some of those younger kids in there as well, the freshmen, and you get to sprinkle them in throughout the game anyway. But to get a lot of those kids in late in the game has got to be, I know it's important to you to see that because it kind of gets them ready for the next level. That's quite a jump just from freshman to sophomore for those kids, and to get that experience is very crucial.
Oh, yeah, the game's just that much faster. Like number one, the nose guard, Mike Morrow, never played football before. That was his first game, did a great job at nose guard. The freshman, like I said, stepped up defensively. Defensively, they just shut him down. I think they only had one threatened drive. Otherwise, they couldn't move the ball. We got the turnovers. And like I said, the freshmen stepped it up on defense and offense. We had them scattered in everywhere, and they did a good job. And they played to a big stage, and they did a great job.
Well, you get to do it all again next week right here on Brown Field as you guys host Mount Vernon, again ahead of the varsity at 5 o'clock next Friday night. And that's a big game as, you got to play them last year and see Mount Vernon. And that's a team, too, that, that's kind of that becoming a rivalry between West Delaware and Mount Vernon, kind of like West Delaware Marion. So the kids should be fired up next week.
Oh, absolutely, Jamie. I think they're excited because they know we're going to go on the road again. So next week we get that home game. So you want to take advantage of it. Anytime you get these teams at home, you got to do it. And like you said, Mount Vernon's coming back to be a rival. I mean, it's going to become an Independence, a Marion. Same atmosphere, same type of kids, and everybody plays hard. That's a tough one. But absolutely grateful to have them at home, and I think we'll get there again. I'm going to tell you once again, we're going to clean some things up, and these kids are ready to do it, and we'll get some kids healthy, and we'll be ready to play.
All right, Coach Becker, congrats on the win tonight. As you move to 2-0, thanks for joining me. We'll talk to you next week.
Appreciate it, Jamie. Thanks.
As West Delaware sophomore head coach Mark Becker is his team victorious 24-0 in tonight's game. We'll take another break and come back. We'll have Bill Logan with his thoughts and statistics from halftime. Right after this, you're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
This is Dr. Tim Collier from Dental Associates of Manchester. We take pride in the environment we provide our patients with a caring attitude and unsurpassed comfort. For the kind, compassionate, and competent dental care you deserve, call us at 927-GRIN. Dental Associates of Manchester, creating healthy smiles for life.
Whether you are thinking of buying or selling your home, give Homefront Realty a call. We are here to be your advisor, negotiator, and facilitator in the real estate game. Homefront Realty will save you time so you can spend your time cheering on the Hawks. Call Homefront Realty at 927-2111.
Hi, this is Hawks senior lineman Sam Linus, and you're listening to West Delaware football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Welcome into Brown Field. Hawks leading 20-7. Getting ready for the second half as we send it down to Bill Logan on the West Delaware sideline. As Bill, a much better offensive output here tonight for the Hawks in that first half. Still some things that they could clean up, but offensively, the difference already from last week to tonight has been very noticeable.
Yeah, it has, and most of the halftime was working to clean that stuff up. And amazingly enough, they had 27 at halftime. dominating the stats, but yet they're still not happy with the things they got to clean up yet. So, and that's good. Work on the things that we still didn't execute right here. So, pretty lopsided, pretty dominant game here so far for the Hawks. For West Delaware in the first half, 24 carries for 173 yards. Cale Myers, 13 carries for 104. Cross Underwood, 4 carries for 44 yards. So, pretty good job running the ball here tonight. 4 out of 9 passing with 1 interception, 49 yards. So, 222 yards offense first half. I think last week we had 218 for the game, I think. So this is what we're used to, a couple hundred yards each half. So, much better offensive. And then, wow, look at the defense. Marion, 16 rushes, 16 yards. 1 out of 2 passing for 5 yards. 21 yards offense, no first downs. The longest play was that 1 5-yard pass. Rushing, their longest run was 3 yards. So offense is doing well. The defense is just fired up. Volker is coming out of a cannon tonight. He must have been listening to the cannon around town all week long and said, I'm coming out like that tonight, because he is playing like a man amongst boys. And it's just fun watching him out there, just a head of steam out there. So Wyatt Volker's having a heck of a night defensively for the Hawks as well.
He might have heard that cannon this week out at his house south of town, as often and as loud as that cannon has been all week. But, Bill, we've been talking about that, and even last week the defense didn't play bad. They gave up 2 big plays. The one was a great catch. The other, we only had 10 guys on the field, and Waller hit that cutback lane where that guy was where he was supposed to be. So really, this defense has just been lights out these first 2 weeks.
Well, it's a great job for first home game. Brownfield coming out and dominating like this, because not looking past the second half, but get another game on Brownfield next week, and they want to just keep improving. Just keep getting a little better, because once we get in district play, it's not going to get any easier. So just keep working. Get a little better each play, get a little better each week, and some good things can still happen to this team. As they talked about it last week at the end of the game, they talked about in the pregame here, Brandon Domer on that 2010 team. What did they say? Semifinals that year,
yep.
And they lost their first game of the year on a huge upset down in Macokota. So you sit there and look at the similarities. So Brandon Domer probably had a little hand in talking to some of these kids about that. Hey, that just now you know where you got to start from. Now you know where you got to go to. And it's just a matter of how hard you want to work to get there. And a good week this week, and hopefully it can just keep getting better.
All right, buddy boy, we'll talk to you in the second half.
All right, 5-1.
Of course, Bill referencing the Cubs score here as the Cubs trail 5-1. That game in the going to the bottom of inning number 5. But Bill Hogan down on the sideline tonight and every night for West Delaware football. Hawks will kick off to start this second half. They lead it 20-7, and you can kind of smell the campfire now, as it's been a steady smell of campfires. Of course, we mentioned earlier the Iowa Fighter Fighters Association has been here all week, and those men and women of their respective fire departments, we thank them for all their selfless acts and being on the fire department. It's been a pleasure having them here in town this week, as that campfire smell's been around town all week, and I love it. But
it's the scent of fall. It's football and campfires, and yeah,
absolutely. Well, this kick by Ben Petlin was kicked up in the air. One of the front men from Marion tried catching it, as that was Corey Fairbanks. He dropped it, and one of the guys in the back had to come up and dive on that ball before the Hawks got there. So that's going to be down at the 40-yard line, and that's where Marion will start, 1st and 10. As we're underway here in this third quarter, Hawks leading 20-7.
And this Bill just, solidified with the numbers that we figured, that 21 total yards, Jamie, just is amazing, and hopefully the Hawks can replicate that in the second half.
Wyatt Cannon comes set. He looks to pass on 1st and 10. That pass is overthrown, as Tyler Traver was all over that pass as he was looking for Daquan Johnson over there on the right side, near side of the field, as Marion goes left to right here in their road white uniforms with the white tops, with red numbers, the red helmets, white trousers with the red and yellow trim down the side. West Delaware in their home uniforms, black tops with white numbers, white helmets, and black trousers for the West Delaware Hawks, as it's 2nd down and 10 for the Indians from their own 40-yard line. As Cannon comes set under center, they send Whalen in motion. They fake the pitch to him, as Cannon looks to pass. Nobody open downfield as he avoids one and then falls on the ground as Kieran Monahan was putting the pressure on him. Great coverage downfield by the Hawks. Nowhere to go with that ball for Wyatt Cannon.
No, he didn't, Jamie, and it was really good coverage. The Hawks just kind of flowed towards this near sideline here, and, yeah, like you said, Cannon had nowhere to go with it, and lucky he didn't get dropped for an even
more of a loss.
Yeah, more of a loss because Kieran Monahan was on him, and but nonetheless here you got forcing Marion into a 3rd and 19.
And I think once he avoided that sack by Monahan, he tried to take off and run and slipped and fell down before he was able to throw that ball away. So he's back all the way to the 31-yard line, a loss of 9. It'll be 3rd down and 19 for the Indians. This is their 6th third down attempt coming up. They are 0 for 5 so far on the night as Cannon looks to pass, throws downfield, just lofts it up there, and it's going to be caught. Great catch by the receiver that time. It was C.J. Sturburn Anderson. C.J. Anderson on the catch, and that will be Marion's first down of this ball game, and a big one as they were all the way back to the 19, down to the West Delaware 37-yard line.
Yeah, and you could tell there that Whalen was throwing it to a spot. He didn't. I think he knew where the receiver was going, and he just threw it to a spot, not really knowing if the receiver was going to be there. But Sturbaum Anderson did a nice job there of just running under it, picking up a big first down here for Marion.
Gain of 44 on that play for the Indians as Cannon now hands off to the first man through. That's Isaac Chakota. He's wrapped up, and Bill mentioned Jordan Brees, or not Jordan Brees, same number. I did it. I looked at the old number. Wyatt Volker.
Well, I called Jared Voss Jake Voss.
Well, that's
tonight,
true, and he is up in the booth tonight, so you might have an excuse. But, that Wyatt Volker has played outstanding. He came up and made the stop there on Chakota once again. A pickup of 1 yard on that play is going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Hawks lead 20-7 with 10 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. As the Indians come set, 2nd down and 9. As Cannon under center, behind him is Chakota. They're going to roll left. Cannon looks to pass. He throws downfield, has a man, and it's going to be caught. Great catch again. As this time, is that Anderson again? Yes, it is. C.J. Anderson with the catch that time. Down to the West Delaware 23-yard line. Pickup of 13 and another first down for the Indians there. So we're seeing that the adjustments Marion has made in this at halftime as they're doing a lot of rolling out and trying to pass that way. And so far it's netted them 2 first downs in this second half. As Cannon rolls to his right this time. Looks to pass. Has a man. He's going to overthrow it. Going up and coming up with this was Connor Whalen. Great catch by Whalen as he went over 2 Hawk defenders. As Wohlert and Traver were there, he went up over top of them and made the catch down to the West Delaware 9-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big-time throw, Jamie. That ball had to be placed perfectly in order for Whalen to come down with it, and it was. And so Marion's got something cooking here early in this third quarter with 1st and goal at the Hawk 9. But that was just it couldn't have been thrown any better. It had to be thrown right there, and he did a great job of just hitting him right in the numbers.
So another first down. It's 1st and goal at the West Delaware 9-yard line. As they're going to roll to the left now. Cannon comes up. He's going to take it himself, run it up the middle down to the West Delaware 2-yard line. So a gain of 7 yards there. It's like... Now they're going to put it at the 3, so a gain of 6 yards there. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. See if this defense can stiffen up here at the goal line. As Marion, they were down here on the second play of the ball game. The Hawks threw an interception on the second play of the game. So Marion went in for a 1-yard, 1-play touchdown as Cannon rolls left. They run option. He's trying to get to the corner, and he does, and it's going to be a touchdown for Marion. Wyatt Cannon on the touchdown, so both touchdowns tonight coming by Marion quarterbacks. Ryan Polson had the first one back in quarter number 1. This time it's Wyatt Cannon, a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Indians put up 6. It's now 20-13 with 8:09 left to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, just a nice drive there by Marion. They made some big plays, especially the third down catch down here that allowed them to keep the drive moving and shrinks this game now to a 1-possession game for the Hawks.
as Jaffer Murphy's kick is up and good. Hawks lead 20-14, 8:09 left to go third quarter. And we will take a break and come back. You're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
Jay's Auto Supercenter in Manchester has quality pre-owned vehicles, great financing options, a full-service department, body shop, and detail department. See their full line of vehicles online at jsautosales.net. That's Jay's Auto. Customer satisfaction is their #1 priority.
Jay's Auto!
This is Jamie Vaskey from Don & Walt LLC, your independent Lennox dealer in Manchester. For residential or commercial plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, and top-quality Lennox furnaces and air conditioners, see Don & Walt LLC on East Main Street in Manchester or call 927-2232.
Hi, this is Hawks senior offensive lineman Ben Petlin, and you are listening to West Delaware football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brown Field, Jamie Vaskey, Aaron Pauline, Bill Logan back along with you. Hawks leading 20-14 with 8:09 left to go in this third quarter. After the Marion touchdown and extra point, the Hawks get set to receive. It'll be Cross Underwood and Logan Woolert deep to receive for the Hawks. And the kick by Jaffer Murphy, and another bullet is going to go into the end zone for Murphy. Aaron mentioned he's a heck of a soccer player as he booted that one through the back of the end zone. Hawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And that touchdown drive, Jamie, by Marion, 8 plays, 60 yards, took 3 minutes and 51 seconds off the clock. Wyatt Cannon with the 3-yard touchdown run with the extra point now cuts that Hawk lead. Hawks still lead, though, 20-14 with 8:09 to go here in this third quarter.
So the Hawks come set after that Marion touchdown, their first possession of this second half, as they're going to give it to Cale Meyer off the right side, waiting for things to develop. Now he gets it to the outside. He's got it. Penalty marker down. Looks like in the vicinity of holding. Meyer carried for about 9 yards, but it looks like it could be negated by a penalty. As we'll see what the call is. Volleyball fans, don't miss next week's broadcast as West Delaware takes on Maquoketa. At Maquoketa, the Hawks traveling to Maquoketa. Join John Swisher with the call of that one around 7:30. And how about the West Delaware volleyball team last night with the huge upset over top-ranked Mount Vernon in Mount Vernon last night? A 3-game sweep for the Hawks. And Coach Mather and company have to be very excited about that win, or that 3-game sweep last night, as they will return to action tomorrow with the Vinton Shellsburg Invitational, but their next radio broadcast will be right here Tuesday night starting about 7:30. So holding penalty against the Hawks. It'll be 1st and 16. They hand off to Meyer. He gets it close to the... Oh, ball's on the ground. And it's going to be recovered by Marion at the West Delaware. Looks like the 19-yard line, 18-yard line. And the Indians will take over after the fumble by the Hawks. So shades of the first half, as the Hawks' first possession of the first half ended in an interception in West Delaware territory. Now the Indians get it at the West Delaware 18-yard line, 1st and 10 for Marion. Hawks leading 20-14 with 7:53 left to go here in this third quarter.
Well, the Hawks are going to have to lean on this defense again, Jamie. They kind of come up big here. They did it in the first half a couple times when Marion got the ball at the 50 or just shortly into that Hawk territory. So hopefully this Hawk defense can come up big again.
They send a man in motion. Cannon's going to roll to his right. As Unson, the man in motion, he throws it up in the air, and he's going to underthrow it as Joe Burke bringing a lot of pressure for the Hawks from that linebacker position as he was right in the face of Wyatt Cannon. Pass, it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Looked like he was looking for Daquan Johnson on that play. Incomplete, 2nd and 10 Indians from the West Delaware 18-yard line. Again, Hawks leading 20-14, 7:46 left to go, third quarter.
Looks like the last couple times, Cannon looks like when he's falling or when he's getting flushed out of the pocket, he's kind of maybe throwing off his back foot a little bit, not getting as much muscle onto the throw as he'd like, and hopefully the Hawks can step in front of one here.
As Cannon comes set, he hands off up the middle. It's Chakota, and Wyatt Volker grabs a hold of him, almost like a wrestling suplex there, as he grabbed a hold of him and kind of just pulled him backwards. After Chakota runs for a gain of 3 yards, it'll be second down. Well, they'll give him 2 yards. It'll be third down and 8, third and 8 from the West Delaware 16. So Marion, another third down coming here. They're 1 for 6 in tonight's contest. And they were 0 for 5 until that last drive where they completed a long third down completion. As Cannon comes set. They send Unzen in motion and movement all over the place, and that should back them up.
That might draw one of those false start on the entire offense because I think everybody
start listing them by number. Number 56, number 77. It'll back the Indians up 5 yards there, their second offensive penalty of the night. And it'll now be third down and 13 back at the West Delaware 21-yard line. That's a little more breathing room for the Hawks here is, backing them up 5 yards. With Marion, you got to consider that they're in field goal territory here with Jaffer Murphy.
Absolutely.
As Jaffer, no field goals last week, but he is capable as they send Unzen in motion. Cannon, rolls to his right, looks to pass into the end zone. It's going to be intercepted by Logan Woolert, and a touchback. Woolert with the interception, and the Hawks will take over. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was a great job by Woolert. He just kind of backed into the receiver there, and then he just hauled it down. Big interception, great job there by that Hawk defense. Those are some big plays there after the fumble to kind of flip the field here, and Hawks get the ball now and hopefully can extend that lead.
They lead 20-14. 6:34 left to go third quarter. They have it first and 10 at their own 20. Aaron, I didn't really think about this with this game getting so late. If you're tired, you can jump on the Marion bus and catch a ride home tonight.
I think I can drive myself.
The handoff to Meyer up the middle. He's going to bring it out to the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards there. Christian Lacoste on the stop for the Indians. Nearly a gain of 5 by Meyer on that one, and it'll be second down and 6 for the Hawks. Pistol formation, one receiver split out each way. Underwood, the man in the slot. Voss is going to hand off to Meyer. He takes it up the middle, pushing forward to about the 29-30-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. I think he's going to be just short of that first down, and the Hawks will have a third down attempt coming up. They're 3 for 7 in this ball game so far on third downs. As I believe last week they were 3 for 11, so the offense much better this week for the Hawks. As they're going to line up in the I formation. Voss is going to take it himself, and it's going to depend on the spot here. As the near side official has it good for a first down, and that's the spot they're going to go with, as the far side official is going to
there you go.
Give it to the near side. It will be a West Delaware first down. Their 8th rushing first down of the game. They have 4 through the air.
And I think you're spot on, Jamie. Not only are their stats bearing it, but you can just see that the offense looks a little more crisp this week, and they've kind of ironed a few things out.
Voss looks to pass. He rolls to his right, looking downfield, avoids pressure. Got a man open. It's Kelly. He's got it at the 40-yard line of Marion. He's run out of bounds at the 40. Dane Karstensen finally ran him out of bounds, and Kyle Kelly with a huge play there for the Hawks has a gain of 30 yards on that play. Well, 31 yards as they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line. Great pitch and catch there from Voss to Kelly.
Yeah, nice. That was a beautiful throw by Voss. He hit Kelly right in stride and throwing on the run, too, which added a degree of difficulty on that.
The Hawks will run Meyer right side. He gets to the outside, cuts up at the 35. Penalty marker down on that far side as Cale Myers run out of bounds. As running him out of bounds that time was Christian Lacoste. But there is a penalty marker down. We'll see. Kind of looks like it could be in that vicinity of holding. As here comes Chris Meineke, our head referee here tonight. Holding against the Hawks is the call. For the Hawks, their third offensive penalty of this ball game. As They lead it 20-14 with 5:12 left to go here in quarter number 3. I'd like to see the Hawks come down and have a good drive and score a touchdown here, because you're starting to get kind of similar eerie feelings as last week. Hawks had a lead late, and you're not up a touchdown anymore. So I'd like to see the Hawks capitalize on this drive, but it'll be tough now as it's 1st and 18 back at the Marion 46-yard line. As Voss looks to pass, he's under pressure. He steps up, and now he's going to get dropped. Going to lose another yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 19 as he's now back to the 47. Well, they put it right back at the 46, so 2nd down and 18 for the Hawks. Great job by Voss avoiding the first pressure, but couldn't avoid the second.
Yeah, it looked like maybe him and Cale got kind of tied up a little bit at the point of the snap and stuff, and then just kind of one little slip-up like that, and then it just jumbles the whole play up.
Voss rolls to his right. He's looking to pass.
A lot of time.
He's got a man wide open. Kelly into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Kelly had it and dropped it as it hit his hands. Connor Whalen made contact. There is a penalty marker down in the middle of the field again. We'll see what the call is here, but great effort by Kyle Kelly as that one just went out of his hands.
Well, Whalen did a nice job there of kind of recovering, too. Kyle had about a 5-yard separation there between him and Whalen, and looked like Whalen kind of recovered and did a nice job of knocking the ball away. And
as it's going to be declined, as I believe it was holding against the Hawks, they're going to decline that penalty. Oh, ineligible player downfield. The Indians will decline that penalty, and it'll be declined. So 3rd down. On Kyle, is that Kyle Kelly down in the end zone for the Hawks? So yep. Kyle Kelly down, being tended to by the Hawk trainers. So hopefully he's okay. And while they tend to him, we will take a short break and come right back. You're listening to West Delaware football. They lead it 20-14 from KMCH Sports.
Farmers Savings Bank proudly supports all area athletes and their coaching staff. For all of your banking needs, visit them in Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington, or online at farmersavingsbank.com. Member FDIC.
Insurance is a contract to protect what you value most, whether you're auto, home, business, health, and even your life. People's Insurance Agency, partnering with Heritage Mutual, has been protecting your assets for years. Please call your local insurance advisors located at 1212 West Marion Street. People's Insurance Agency delivers peace of mind.
Hi, this is Hawk Senior linebacker Joe Burke, and you're listening to West Delaware football on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And back into Brown Field, Kyle Kelly being helped off the field. Looks like maybe an arm injury. He looks kind of holding his left arm, so hopefully he's okay. Big shout-out to Josiah Polito and Jason Knowles for all their great work on the sideline for the Hawks, the training staff for the Hawks. So they do a great job here for West Delaware, and they tend to Kyle Kelly now as the Hawks look to pass here on 3rd down and 18. Voss looking deep. He's got a man open. It's Logan Woolard. And caught! And into the end zone. Touchdown! 47 yards. Jared Voss to Logan Woolard. And the Hawks go up 26-14.
Beautifully thrown ball. And he hit Woolard right in stride, too. And it almost looks like Woolard kind of got it, maybe bobbled it just a little bit, but held on to it long enough to get the touchdown and put this the Hawk football team up now 26-14 pending the extra point. Boy, and he got behind the defender in an instant, too. He got to about the 20-yard line, and there was a 5-yard separation within a matter of seconds.
Great separation by Logan Woolard. Now Ben Petlin on for the extra point. Low snap. Petlin picks it up. Fire play for the Hawks, and Petlin just throws it up, and it's into the end zone and intercepted. But in high school, you can't advance that. But the Hawks lead 26-14. 4:20 left to go, 3rd quarter, and we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
The Moyle family of Manchester bringing a new company to the area, Razor Sharp Epoxy Services. They can do epoxy flooring, grinding, and polishing of concrete. For more information on epoxy flooring, contact Dominic at 319-830-2949.
Viafield is your headquarters for all your seed, chemical, and fertilizer needs. They have professional service and quality products needed to bring the best crop to market. Viafield, providing growth opportunity for 18 locations across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota.
The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and the Dyersville Commercial recognize the hard work and dedication of all area athletes. Check out the weekly sports section in the commercial for scores and information. The Eastern Iowa Shopping News and Dyersville Commercial, supporting your communities.
For fan food, not fast food, visit your after-the-game headquarters, Manchester Dairy Queen. It's quick, it's easy, your family will love it. Manchester Dairy Queen.
Hi, this is Hawks senior linebacker Kel Rempe, and you are listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brownfield, Hawks lead 26-14, 4:20 left to go in this third quarter. Ben Petlin's kick is going to be fielded by Connor Whalen at his own 23, and he's going to be wrapped up. Chad Bishop had a hold of him for a second. And getting a little chippy there as Tyler Traver wraps him up as well. But the Hawks lead at 26-14, 4:14 left to go here in quarter number 3.
And that touchdown drive by the Hawks, Jamie, 7 plays, 80 yards, took 2 minutes and 14 seconds off the clock. Jared Voss to Logan Wollert with the 47-yard touchdown pass. They did miss the extra point, so with 4:14 to go here in this third quarter, the Hawks lead 26-14.
Marion will start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Hawkeye fans, don't forget you can hear 90 minutes of Hawk football talk with the voice of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and head football coach Kirk Ferentz every Wednesday night at 6:30 right here on Mix 94.7 KMCH. Here we go, 1st and 10 for the Indians. Whalen goes in motion as Cannon's going to hand off to the first man through. I think that was Unzen that time, as it looked like Unzen now the deep back for... It was Lucas Unzen. He lost his helmet, so he'll have to go to the sideline. Cale Rempe came up and made the stop for the Hawks. It'll be no gain on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. And I really like when you see, we've seen it so many years. You and I have been doing this 13 years now. Seen so many times how tough that Hawk front 7 is with the front men and the linebackers.
Absolutely, and those front 4 do such a great job. They just allow those linebackers to come flying in there like Volker and Wollert tonight.
Cannon looks to pass, throws left, incomplete as he was looking over there for C.J. Anderson. As Anderson, that's incomplete, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for Marion, still at their own 30-yard line.
And you're just spot on, Jamie. I mean, it's just been a staple of Hawk football is those front 7, the 4 defensive linemen, those 3 linebackers that are able to just kind of maintain everything up there, and then the secondary can kind of roam and pick things off as they're coming back there. So Hawk defense, again, this year looks to be pretty salty.
3rd down and 10 coming up for Marion here. Cannon looks to pass. He rolls left. Joe Burke is coming. The ball. He held on to it, and what a hit by Joe Burke. A big hit by Burke. Sacks Cannon in the backfield. And that is a big hit of the game brought to you by Gateway Appliance. Joe Burke came untouched.
The linebacker's dream right there.
Absolutely untouched and makes the sack. And that big hit of the game brought to you by Gateway Appliance, your exclusive KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and Amana dealer in the Big Blue Building on West Main in Manchester. Joe Burke with that big hit of the game brought to you by Gateway Appliance in Manchester. As Jaffer Murphy deep to punt this one away for the Indians. Off the right foot of Murphy, a high sidewinding kick. It's going to be fair caught by Logan Wollert at the West Delaware 49, and that is where the Hawks will take over. 1st and 10. Other scores from around the area. North Lynn leading Maquoketa Valley 33-0 in the third quarter. Edco defeated Starmont 40-0. In the third quarter, Monticello leads Beckman 15-13. Bent Community with a 7-0 lead over Cascade in the second quarter. In the fourth quarter, East Buchanan leads Clayton Ridge 12-0. Independence leading South Tama 54-6. That game in the third quarter. Iowa City Regina with a 56-13 lead over Anamosa in the fourth quarter. And Western Dubuque leads Williamsburg 28-13 in the third quarter. Cross Underwood on the carry for the Hawks gets back, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. No, he does not. He loses a yard on that play. So it'll be 2nd down and 11. Second and 11 for the Hawks from their own 48 now. As Voss hands off to Meyer, right side. He gets to the outside, has a nice block, cuts back, crosses midfield down to the Marion 48-yard line, stayed in bounds, so the clock will run. 2:02 left to go here in quarter number 3. Hawks leading 26-14 as the Hawks with a third down coming up here, 4 for 8 so far in this game. As Meyer picks up a few there, picks up 4. It'll be third down and 7. Again, ball at the Marion 48-yard line. Hawks have been good so far here on third downs tonight.
And you got two receivers here in this near side. I could see something maybe similar to the Logan Woolard touchdown throw here, something.
Voss looks to pass.
There we go.
Left, Woolard again,
Yeah,
and he scoots forward down inside the 40 to the 38, and that's good for a West Delaware first down. You mentioned Logan Woolard. There he was again. Picks up a nice first down for the Hawks. And it's 1st and 10 at the Marion 38-yard line. And again, remember, Marion had just declined a penalty against the Hawks before that third down bomb to Logan Woolard on the Hawks' last drive. As Voss looks, hands off to Meyer, right up the middle. Nice hole. He carries down inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Pick up a 4 yards there for Cale Meyer, and we have a Hawk down on the field. And this one doesn't look good either. Looks like maybe that might be Cross Underwood, so the training staff heads down to look at him. Is that the Hawk that's missing coming to the sideline there? I believe it is. Cross is the one we're not seeing there as he carried forward, or comes up on that run by Cale Meyer. Still down on the field, so with 1:01 left to go, Hawks lead 26-14. We will take a break and come back. You're listening to West Delaware Football from KMCH Sports.
It's no secret that people come to Fairway in Manchester for their famous meats, but as you dash back to the counter to pick up your USDA choice ribeyes, don't be surprised if you find yourself lingering among the delicious fruits and vegetables in the produce department. Shop Fairway in Manchester for low prices and all your grocery needs.
Hi, this is Hawks senior wide receiver Sam Leckie, and you're listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brownfield, Jamie Vaskey, Aaron Plain, and Bill Logan back along with you. Hawks leading 26-14. Cross Underwood quickly up after the trainers got out there. He looks to be okay, just shooken up a little bit as he comes over and sits down on the bench. Hawks face a 2nd and 6. They give it to Meyer. Up the middle, he bounces to the left, down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Looks about enough for the first down. Actually, they're going to give him the 27, so a gain of about 7 yards there for Cale Meyer, and the Hawks have a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 from the Marion 27-yard line. 30 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. Hawks leading 26-14. Jumping the gun a little bit there. Almost said 30-14, but
hopefully it's 32-14.
Yeah, Hawks with a 12-point lead as they're going to hand off to the right side. This is Cale Meyer once again. Coming up and making the stop for Marion is Caden Swanger. And that's going to do it. Hawks will take this 26-14 lead into the fourth quarter. They will have it 2nd down and 6 when we come back. They lead 26-14, and you're listening to West Delaware Football from KMCH Sports.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents like me, Julie Smith, can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, I can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. For all your insurance needs, call on a winning team, the Julie Smith State Farm Agency in Manchester.
J&D Catering and Suites in New Vienna provides exceptional handcrafted food, whether a cocktail buffet, formal dinner, or a themed event. Let Diane and her staff create a customized menu sure to wow your guests. They offer an extensive specialty cupcake and cake menu. Call or check them out on Facebook. Let J&D Catering and Suites set your next special event above the rest.
Stop into Pete's Small Engine Repair in Monticello today. They are your small engine experts and are always happy to serve you. Best of luck to all area athletes and coaches from Pete's Small Engine Repair.
This is James Halverson, Service Manager at Victory Ford in Dyersville. Our service and parts team is dedicated to keeping your car in tip-top shape, and our sales department makes buying a car easy and hassle-free. Stop out to Victory Ford in Dyersville or online at victoryfordonline.com.
Hi, this is Hawks senior safety Tyler Traver, and you are listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 and KMCH.com.
Back into Brown Field. Start of the fourth quarter. Hawks leading 26-14. Hawks have a second down and 6. They give to Cale Meyer up the middle. Cuts back on the left. He's got it at the 15-10. Cale Meyer is going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. Has a nice run there by Cale Meyer. Gain of about 19 yards for Cale Meyer, and that's good for another West Delaware first down.
Yeah, nice job there by Cale, kind of navigating his way through the line of scrimmage and getting into that second level. And about one more broken tackle, and he probably would have been into the end zone.
They give it to him again, and he's tripped up back at the 10, so a loss of about 5 yards there as Dane Karstensen trips him up in the backfield, so a loss of 5 for the Hawks there. It'll be second and goal from the 10-yard line now. As Coach Winkowich will send the play in from the sideline once again. In just underway, fourth quarter, Hawks lead 26-14. Voss fumbles the snap. He had a man wide open. Now he's going to throw across the middle and caught! Wyatt Volker with the catch. Yes! Touchdown, West Delaware. 10-yard touchdown pass from Jared Voss to Wyatt Volker. Volker dove for that ball, and all of a sudden he came up. He disappeared behind a couple defenders from our view, and he came up holding up onto the football, and the officials signaled touchdown. So Wyatt Volker in for the 10-yard touchdown pass from Jared Voss, and the Hawks go up 32-14.
I actually thought Voss was just trying to get rid of it. He was getting a little pressure from the backside there. I thought he's just looking to get rid of it, and I didn't see Volker standing there in the end zone.
Ben Petlin's extra point kick is high, but it's left and no good. Hawks lead at 32-14. Here with 11:06 left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break and come back. You're listening to West Delaware Football from KMCH Sports.
This is Kurt from Hyman's Awards in Manchester. We create high-quality awards, promotional items for your business, and personalized gifts. We can engrave anything from glass to granite. Stop in and see what we can do for you. Hyman's Awards at 106 McCarran Drive, next to Lightning Lanes in Manchester.
Citizen State Bank, your locally owned, community-minded, and customer-oriented bank, is here to serve you. Choose one of their 7 convenient locations in Winthrop, Monticello, Manchester, Ryan, Strawberry Point, Hopkinton, and New Vienna. Citizen State Bank, community banking with people you know, member FDIC.
Call Randy at Rocky's Auto Body RV and Repair for all your auto body, RV, and collision repair work. Free estimates and local delivery and pickup. That's Rocky's Auto Body RV and Repair, located 4 miles south of Highway 20, just off of Highway 13 in Manchester. Good luck to all area athletes and coaches.
Hi, this is senior defensive back Mason Gillen. You're listening to West Delaware Football right here on KMCH.
Back into Brown Field, Hawks lead at 32-14. The 11:06 left to go in quarter number 4. Ben Petlin getting set to kick this one away. Isaac Chakota and Connor Whalen deep to receive as Chakota will take it at his own 19-yard line. He cuts up the middle, has a nice hole there, trying to get back to the outside. Ball's on the ground. Hawks! No, we lost it. It looked like you could see the Hawks had a clear fumble recovery, but then a pile submerged to the ball, and I think Marion recovered it. They did, as it looks like Chakota recovered his own fumble at their own 36-yard line, and that's where the Indians will start, 1st and 10.
A touchdown drive, Jamie, by the Hawks. 9 plays, 51 yards, took 3 minutes and 39 seconds off the clock. Jared Voss to Wyatt Volker with the 10-yard touchdown reception. We did miss the extra point, but nonetheless, the Hawks are up 32-14 with 10:56 to go here in the fourth quarter.
As Marion has it, 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line. Wyatt Cannon comes set under center. He's going to quick pass to the right, has a man out there and dropped by Daquan Johnson. Johnson can't hold on to that one. He was wide open, just in and out of his hands. Ball's incomplete, and a 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. Don't forget, also coming up next Tuesday, we mentioned the volleyball team, the West Delaware boys and girls cross-country team. They will be at Wartburg next Tuesday on September 10th, as that'll be a 4:50 start at Wartburg College in Waverly. 2nd down and 10 here for the Indians. Cannon comes set, same pass play, throws it, and the intended receiver that time was Karstensen, and I think it was a timed route. Karstensen turned around, but the throw from Cannon was behind him, unable to make the catch. Logan Woolard on the coverage for the Hawks. That one falls incomplete, and it will be now 3rd down and 10 for the Indians. Again, this is their 9th 3rd down attempt here, and they are 1 for 8. And only 3 first downs in this ball game, so the Hawks defense has played outstanding. They're going to send a man in motion. Cannon rolls to his right. He's looking for Whalen down the field. It's going to be incomplete as the ball hit the turf. Tyler Traver on the coverage for the Hawks, and it falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down and 10. The Indians will send the punt team out, and Jaffer Murphy will come set to punt it away. Great drive that time by this Hawk defense.
Absolutely, and you got to be happy to see Cross Underwood jog on the field, Jamie, to come back for the punt along with Logan Woolard. So good sign there for that Hawk offense.
So Murphy will punt it away to the Hawks, and you mentioned Underwood and Woolard along with him deep to receive this punt. Murphy's punt is away, end-over-end kick. Woolard calls for a fair catch but lets it go. It's going to take a nice Marion bounce and be downed by the Indians at the West Delaware 20-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will take over 1st and 10. So the Hawks next week stay right here on Brown Field as they will host Mount Vernon. Of course, we can't forget how that game ended last year as a last-second play pass to, I think it was Hook and Ladder, was it not?
Yeah. Yep.
Hook and Ladder to Paul Ryan, who ran in for a touchdown. And then I believe it was the next Monday, we came back and said that a player on Mount Vernon's team had played too many quarters, and the Hawks got the forfeit in that game. So what a game that was last year down in Mount Vernon. They come here next week to give us to Meyer here on 1st and 10. As hopefully Mitch Crowman's okay. He kind of got tangled up in a scrum there. And he was a little slow to get up, but he is up. A loss of 2 on that play, on that handoff to Meyer. And it's 2nd down and 12.
Well, you'd really like to see the Hawks just put together about a 6 or 7 minute drive here, Jamie, and just salt this thing away, have it culminate in a touchdown, and basically seal the deal here.
32-14 is our score. Just under 10 minutes to play in this ball game. Voss hands off, first man through. I believe that's Underwood as he carries forward. Might have gained a yard there as it'll bring up 3rd down and 11 for the Hawks. Tough running there for Cross. As Isaac Chakota comes in and makes the stop for the Indians. As the Hawks will come set in an I formation once again. With Voss under center. They give to Cale Meyer, right side. He gets a nice block, cuts up, and a penalty marker comes in. Looks like maybe a holding call as Meyer's brought down at the 24-yard line. As it's going to be Corey Fairbanks on the stop. And it's going to be a hold against the Hawks. They're going to decline that as it was 3rd and long. As they will probably decline that and make the Hawks punt it away, and that's what they'll do. So Marion declines the penalty. So it'll be 4th down and 12 here for, or 4th and 7, for the Hawks. Again, kind of a big, forgot to mention this, a big night for a couple little Hawk fans as part of the St. Mary's Church Gala was an opportunity for some young fans to be on the sideline during a West Delaware football game, and tonight is that football game. As Ben Petlin's punt, I'll get back to that in a second, is going to be picked up by Unzen. Great punt back to the 20-yard line of Marion. Unzen's going to carry it. He's still avoiding West Delaware tacklers, and finally a huge hit by Ben Petlin, the punter, drops him at the 41-yard line, and that's where Marion will start 1st and 10. But as I was saying, the lucky young men down here tonight, they won that opportunity. As it's Judd Funky and Bennett Glanz down on the field tonight as, of course, Judd's dad, Kurt Funky, down there with them as they've got the official sideline passes on. They've got the West Delaware hats on, and they got to go into the pregame locker room. Bill Logan looks like he's ready for an interview with those two young men there, as great opportunity for those two young men down there, future Hawks, down on the sideline tonight, so pretty cool for them. 1st and 10 for Marion. From their own 40, they hand it to Chakota right up the middle, and he just runs into a bunch of Hawks. Luke Curley wraps him up on that play for West Delaware. As we're 8 minutes and 50 seconds away from this game being over, the Hawks lead 32-14.
And they ran that play for 3.5 quarters and haven't really yielded anything out of that, Jamie. And it just goes back to the solid play of the front four of the Hawks and how they just kind of stuffed everything that came up the middle. It's stuffed pretty much anything that's been on the ground tonight. So
second down as Chakota gains 2. Second and a long 8 yards as they're going to run up the middle. As Chakota carried the ball again, and he picks up a couple, and he's brought down by Wyatt Volker. As it'll be 3rd down and 7 here for the Indians as they have it at their own 45-yard line with 7:45 left to go in this fourth quarter. As Cannon looks to pass, quick pass left side, in and out of the hands of C.J. Anderson. And it'll be 4th down and 7 upcoming for the Indians. Again, a great job by that Hawk defense.
And, you take away the one touchdown where Marion intercepted the first pass of the game and ran all the way down the 1-yard line. I mean, you're putting the defense in a tough predicament there, but Hawk defense, realistically, is only given up 7 points tonight. So this good job there yet again tonight by the West Delaware defense and the defensive coaching staff.
As Jaffer Murphy looks to punt it away here, deep to receive Underwood and Woolert. High punt. Underwood is going to take it. He didn't call for the fair catch. Woolert called for a fair catch, and then Underwood made the catch, and he took off with it, but they blew it dead anyway, so the Hawks will take over 1st and 10. Looks like at their own 22-yard line, I believe. That's where the Hawks will take over here, 1st and 10. 7:26 left to go, fourth quarter. Hawks leading 32-14. As Jared Voss and company will head out to the field again and start this next drive. And Hawks much better offensively here tonight, as they got to be happy with that. Some of the changes they've made. They led 20-7 at halftime. They put up 2 scores here in this second half as the give is up the middle to Cale Meyer. He fought to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to lose a yard on that play. Back to the 21-yard line. As it'll be 2nd down and 11 here for the Hawks back at their own 21. Again, the Hawks spreading the scoring out a little bit here tonight as well, as they give it to Meyer again, right side, cuts back up the middle. He crosses the 25 up to the 27-yard line is where he's brought down. A gain of 6 yards there. Nice hard run by Cale Myers. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
And Cale did a nice job there. I was watching kind of follow the blocks and waiting for his blockers to open up the hole, and they did a nice job there. And he kind of got banged around a little bit, but he had enough strength to kind of muscle forward and pick up 6 and at least give the Hawks a 3rd and somewhat manageable here with a 3rd and 5.
Mentioned the Hawks spreading the scoring around. 4 different Hawks have scored in this ballgame tonight, and Sam Lucky kind of took a little bit of a head start there, and that's going to back the Hawks up 5 yards. So penalty on the offense, illegal procedure. Again, scoring for the Hawks tonight, Cross Underwood. Cale Meyer has 2 touchdowns. Logan Woolard has 1. Wyatt Volker has a receiving touchdown as well. as it'll now be 3rd and 10 for the Hawks, so back at the original line of scrimmage, back at their own 22-yard line. As the Hawks getting the call in from the sideline, they'll head back to the line as they face this 3rd down. As Voss is going to hand off to Meyer, right side. He cuts out. He breaks one tackle, but he's going to be dropped at the 24-yard line, a gain of 2. Connor Whalen on the stop for the Marion Indians. And the Hawks will punt it away here, 4th down and 8. Here with 5:40 left to go in this ball game. Hawks leading 32-14.
Both offenses just kind of gotten stagnant here a little bit. That's the 4th for each team. The last 2 3-and-outs have been moderately underwhelming.
As the punt is away, nice punt by Ben Petlin once again. It's going to go all the way down to the Marion 27 or 28-yard line is where they're going to... I was wrong on both. 26-yard line is where they marked this, and that's where Marion will start 1st and 10. Penalty marker down. Illegal shift against the Hawks. So I believe the Indians will probably make the Hawks punt it again. That will back them up 5 more yards. So 6th penalty of the game here for the Hawks.
That's something tonight too. We haven't really mentioned, Jamie, is Ben Petlin's punting. He's done a really good job tonight of flipping fields when the Hawks are a little deeper, like they're right here on their own 19th. Hopefully he can get something away again.
And this one's a little shorter. It's a kind of a sidewinding kick as it goes out at the West Delaware 45-yard line. So that is where the Indians will start with it now. 1st and 10 with 5:02 left to go in this 4th quarter. Like you said, this game was really back and forth and kind of a lot of high-powered, high-flying offense there for a while. Now all of a sudden this, think Marion's trying to come back and throw the ball a lot, so the incompletions kind of makes this thing kind of slow down, and now West Delaware just trying to run the clock out, and it's slowed down. Marion takes a timeout here with 5:02 left to go in this 4th quarter. We'll take one with them and come right back as you're listening to West Delaware football from KMCH Sports.
This is Jamie Vasky, the voice of the West Delaware Hawks, and I've had the chance to review the Good Neighbor Society's playbook, and I gotta tell you, they are friends in your neighborhood, designing plays to get you home fast. If you need help getting back in the game, contact the Good Neighbor Society Rehab to Home team at 563-927-3907.
The Edgewood Reminder is proud to support all the area teams in athletic action and appreciates their efforts in the classroom and during sports. Check out all the sports photos in each week's issue of the Edgewood Reminder.
TriVet Associates is a mixed animal veterinary clinic with offices in Farley, Dyersville, and Holy Cross. Our 8 doctors serve the Dubuque, Manchester, Guttenberg, and Cascade areas and provide veterinary services to both large and small animals. For more information, find us on Facebook or visit our website, trivetinc.com.
Hi, this is Hawks senior lineman Sam Linus, and you're listening to West Delaware football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brown Field. Hawks lead 32-14. 5:02 left to go here in quarter number 4. Marion starts 1st and 10 at the West Delaware 45. Throwing down the middle, it's going to be caught and gone into the end zone. Connor Whalen in for the 45-yard touchdown reception from Wyatt Cannon, and Marion back on the board. 32-20 now the score with 4:54 left to go in this ball game. Just a seam route right up the middle. Connor Whalen just outran everybody, and he goes in for the touchdown, and it's 32-20. Hawks leading. Jaffer Murphy on for the extra point.
Well, and if you're a Marion fan, that's what you need if you're going to, try and claw your way back into this thing. you got to have quick scores, and one play, 45 yards, 8 seconds. That's about as quick as you're going to get. So hopefully the Hawk offense can get back on the field here and get that 2-possession or 3-possession lead back.
Low snap. Murphy's kick is up and no good. I think the Hawks got a hand on it anyway, as Murphy tried to kick it real quick and unable to get it through. So the Hawks lead 32-20 here with 4:54 to go in this fourth quarter. And we're back after this from KMCH Sports.
High-Tech Communications is your local service provider for telephone systems, fire detection, audio-video, security and surveillance systems, wiring, and more. High-Tech has decades of experience in the industry. Contact High-Tech at 563-927-4936, online at hightechcommunications.us. High-Tech Communications, changing your world with technology.
West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent, all with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact your local West Bend agent, Eric Smith, at Parrott Insurance in Manchester at 927-2791.
Hey sports fans and listeners, this is Susie Meyer with Exit Realty. Having the right real estate agent means having an agent who is committed to helping you buy or sell your home. Call me, Susie Meyer with Exit Realty, your go-to agent.
Hi, this is Hawks senior offensive lineman Ben Petlin, and you are listening to West Delaware football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Onside kick coming from Marion, and the ball is going to be fallen on by the Hawks. As coming up with that for West Delaware was Jared Voss, the quarterback. As he comes up with that one, Hawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Well, Marion, one-play touchdown drive. It was a fast one. Took 8 seconds off the clock. Wyatt Cannon to Connor Whalen with the 45-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was blocked, so with 4:52 to go here in the fourth quarter, the Hawks lead 32-20.
So here we go. See if the Hawks can eat some of this time away. They give to Meyer right up the middle. A nice job. He's going to have it down to the Marion 46-yard line. As pickup of 8 yards there by Cale Meyer, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 2 for the Hawks.
Well, and eat some of this time away too, Jamie, but also make sure there's ball security there. I don't know what the field's like right now, if it's a little damp or whatnot, so I don't know if that ball's getting a little slippery or whatever, but it's going to be important for the Hawks to make sure they're having ball security, and looks like they're going to take this play clock down as far as they can too as well. So
I'd ask our sideline reporter the field conditions, but I'm not sure he can be trusted with a microphone tonight. His equipment, well, you unplugged him in the last time. They give to Meyer once again, and he's wrapped up in the backfield as coming up and making the stop for the Indians is going to be Ben Gibson, I believe, as it's going to be a loss of 3 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 5 upcoming for the Hawks. Voss comes up, pistol formation, trips to the left, one receiver to the right. Hawks are going to look to throw. Underwood falls down. Aaron, I think that might answer your question about the field conditions. As Voss scampers forward, he's going to be about a yard short of the 1st down as he takes it down to the Marion about the 45-yard line. So there's going to be 1 yard short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 1 for the Hawks.
Boy, and up 12, the clock's running.
Yeah, I think
here's the play. This could be the play of the game right here.
And you might see him trying to draw him off sides too. But Voss is going to come to the line. He's going to run it, and he's going to slip out of the pocket. He's going to carry forward for the first time, 1st down. Great second effort. Look at the pile that Jared Voss just left. He ran up the middle. That was closed down. He ran to the right, picked up the 1st down, as it was Isaac Chakota who made the stop, but Jared Voss with a 1st down. And the Hawks now 2 for 2 on 4th down attempts tonight, and a 1st down for Jared Voss. A new set of downs and some more clock to eat away here for the Hawks as it's 1st and 10 at the Marion 41.
Yeah, and he tried to go up, like you said, tried to go up the middle. Kind of got bounced backwards, actually. But he had the instinct to kind of bounce it around to the side, to the near side here and scoot forward for about 3 yards and pick up the first.
They give it to Underwood, up the middle. He kind of went to the right side, down to the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 3 yards for Cross Underwood. As looks like it was Trevor Coffrin on the stop for the Indians. As the Hawks have it down to the 38-yard line. And the student section has showed up to get ready to rush the field after the game. As we'll see here, as they come to the midfield gate and get ready to come down. 1.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. 32-20 here in this fourth quarter. Hawks with the lead. I haven't seen Mr. Felderman yet, as Tim Felderman, our high school principal, usually is right there ready to keep them from going onto the field too early. As I did see him here earlier tonight. Now Coach Bob Morris is going to have to try to get through that pile. Hawks take a timeout, 1:22 left to go. Fourth quarter, we'll take one with them, and we're back after this. They lead at 32-20 here on KMCH Sports.
Whether a door needs replaced or building a new home, let S&R Construction of Masonville take care of you. S&R Construction is the expert in home improvement projects, gutters, siding, garages, remodeling, new home construction, and more. Call Steve Petland today at 319-361-0638 for a free quote.
Are you an athlete or physically active in your free time? Even active people can have muscle tightness and joint pain or even experience the occasional injury. Regional Medical Center physical therapy treatment and prescribed exercises can help you recover faster, reduce injury, and build strength and stability. Call RMC Therapy Services today so you can get back into action as quick as possible. 563-927-7322.
Hi, this is Hawk Senior linebacker Joe Burke, and you're listening to West Delaware Football on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Back into Brown Field. Hawks lead at 32-20. 1:22 left to go in this fourth quarter. Bill will enjoy hearing this. In the bottom of the eighth inning, the Cubs trail 7-1 to the Brewers. There's one out in the bottom of the eighth. The Brewers have runners on first and second. That's enough of that update. Those updates for the night. Yes, Bill. As they pitch it to Meyer, right side. He cuts back up the middle, got it at the 35, down to the 31-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards there. It's going to be real close to the first down. They might mark him just short of the first down.
But on the plus side, the Cardinals are losing.
Oh, are they? Good. We've needed that to happen for about 3 weeks straight, and the Cardinals just don't lose. So 3rd down and 1 upcoming for the Hawks. Been great on third downs tonight. 5 of 11. Like to see him get one more here, although I'm not sure they need to get one more here. I think they can run that forward. Well, Marion's got 2 timeouts yet, as they're going to hand off to Meyer up the middle, and Meyer's going to carry down to the 30-yard line, and that will be good for a West Delaware first down, and that will seal this game up as the Hawks can take a knee and even up their record on the season, as they will move to 1-1 on the year. Marion will fall to 0-2. And the Hawks will get ready to welcome in Mount Vernon here on Brown Field next Friday night. I'd like to ask Bill if he remembers the last time that Mount Vernon played here at West Delaware. I'm not sure I remember the last time the Mount Vernon Mustangs came to Brownfield.
It's not been that long ago.
Hasn't it?
No.
I got a bad memory, though. Hey, Bill, we got to win tonight. Hawks win it. They take a knee. They take a knee, and that's going to do it. They're going to win this ball game 32-20, the final score. We will take a break and start our post game next. You're listening to West Delaware Football, victorious tonight from KMCH Sports.
Bolichek's Landing, downtown Delhi, open 7 days a week. Friday night buffet, Saturday night prime rib. Bolichek's proudly supports all area athletes and coaches.
Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory wishes all the best to the athletes and appreciates their hard work and scholastic efforts throughout the year. For personal, caring service, Leonard Muller Funeral Home and Crematory in Manchester, Edgewood, and Strawberry Point.
GNB Bank in Manchester is an employee-owned, local community bank that has been expanding financial horizons for 85 years. Our team provides the commitment, support, and solutions you need to navigate toward your goals. Learn more at gnbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Going above and beyond is a standard of care at Above and Beyond Home Health and Hospice Care. Their compassionate staff care deeply about the comfort of their patients. A nurse is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Above and Beyond Healthcare, the more they care, the more beautiful life becomes. Proudly serving Jones, Jackson, Johnson, Lynn, Clayton, and Delaware counties.
At Tauke Motors, we believe in a gentler, simpler way of doing business. Check out our large selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as great incentives at taukemotors.com. If you are looking for a new pre-owned vehicle or service on your current vehicle, come to Tauke Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram on 9th Street in Dyersville.
At Dupaco Community Credit Union, we know debt happens. A debt checkup from Dupaco ensures it's not costing you more than it should. With historic low interest rates, now is the time to bring your loans to Dupaco. Contact us at 563-927-6187 or visit dupaco.com.
The Manchester Press is your community newspaper. Check out the sports section for game stats and photos of area players and game highlights. The Manchester Press, serving the area for over 130 years.
Craving authentic Mexican food? Then hurry down to Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in Manchester, and now a new Dyersville location too. Rio Blanco features daily specials, an extensive menu with many authentic dishes to choose from, and the best margarita and queso around. Rio Blanco Mexican Restaurant in both Manchester and Dyersville.
Every good athlete recognizes the value of having a great coach. If you're buying or selling a home, make sure you team up with an experienced realtor to coach you through the process. I service the entire KMCH listening area. My office is located in Manchester, across from the hospital. Contact me, Teresa Turnus, from Keller Williams Realty for all your real estate needs.
Hi, this is Hawks senior linebacker Kel Rempe, and you are listening to West Delaware Football here on Mix 94.7 KMCH.
And welcome back into Brownfield. Hawks victorious tonight, 32-20. The final score as Thunderstruck blares through the air here at Brownfield. And tell you what, that's two good things to happen here tonight on Brownfield. Well, three good things. You got the flyover before the game and the pregame, and then you get the Hawks victory. And hearing Thunderstruck come over those speakers is a good way to end the night here for the West Delaware Hawks. As get the victory, they even up their record on the season, 1-1 on the season, and what a way to come back here on Brownfield as West Delaware head coach Doug Winkowitz joins us now. Coach, what a great effort by the kids. Last week, not the result they wanted, lost a close game, but to come back here and defend Brownfield and even up your record, what a great effort by the kids this week.
Yeah, it's much better. You know, we still really had a sloppy second half and made plenty of mistakes in the first. But I tell you what, I'm proud of these guys. They're having fun, and, we're going to continue to get better. I mean, I saw that tonight. We made some huge strides, and we just got to keep chipping away at it and get better every day. And I think these guys will have a chance to show people that, hey, you know what, we can improve, and we're going to be a pretty good football team.
Well, it looks in that first half a much more crisp offensive line. Guys were opening those holes. They were giving Kale and Cross those running lanes that were missing last week. How much did you work on that this week, just trying to tighten things up a little bit on that offensive line?
Well, I tell you what, some of that was scheme last week, just making some really poor decisions, and the other one was execution and really finishing that that play. And when you got both those issues, you got to work hard, and I think they did that. I mean, we spent a lot of time inside run this week. And I tell you what, I think the kids made a huge jump.
Coach Coates and that defense did it again tonight. Went into halftime. Marion didn't have any first downs in that first half, and I think they were 0 for 5 in that first half on third downs. Got to give a lot of credit to Coach Coates and the defense again tonight.
I tell you what, I was watching these guys standing back there on, I think it was Wednesday at practice, and I'm just watching that defense work, and I'm going, man, we got a great scheme. I don't have anybody better. There's nobody better than Coasty as far as the D coordinator. I mean, the guy just works his tail off, and I just knew it. I mean, I just had that feeling that he had a really good handle on what they were doing. He did a tremendous job getting prepared for this game.
Well, now you come back again, get to stay right here on Brownfield, and welcome in Mount Vernon. kind of a back-and-forth game last year. We know how it ended and knew the result the next week. But a very tough Mount Vernon team, traditionally tough team coming in here next week.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to really enjoy this one. And you know what? Here when I get in the office, I'm working on the next one. So here we go.
If huddle works.
That's right.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Best of luck next week.
Thanks, guys.
West Delaware head coach Doug Winkowicz here on the post game as Hawks. Great rebound there tonight, Aaron. That's a basketball term, but it was a great one here on the football field tonight.
Well, it's what they needed, too. You know what I mean? Like last week, it just didn't feel like a Hawk performance. Things were kind of out of sorts offensively, and tonight, you had 4 big plays over 35 yards, so that was missing last week. Defensively, the Hawks played great last week. They played great again this week. They got put in a tough situation there early in the ball game after the interception. But that aside, it was just a great team effort, offensively, defensively, and then we mentioned it during the broadcast, Ben Petlin and his punting and his ability to flip the field a couple times on Marion. So just a good team win. I think Coach Winkowicz is spot on. You could see the improvement from week 1 to week 2. I suspect there'll be even greater improvement from week 2 to week 3.
And that's cliche to say, as a coach,
Yep.
But I tell you what, it's true. Bill Logan back with us down on the Hawks sideline. He's been injured. He's been cut off on we cut off his feed at one point. Aaron was Aaron was accidentally pulling cords, but Bill Logan is back with us. And Bill, hey, what a great game by the Hawks. After what we saw last week, a tough ride home for the Hawks. We had a ride home kind of talking about what kind of happened last week, but what a great job by the Hawks. The amount of work that they put in this week and the difference we saw from last week to this week was just incredible.
Yeah, but yet you can still see that there's room for improvement, and that's the big thing. And I know they'll go through. We sat in the office last week and watched part of that game film and saw a lot of the things. Well, they did a lot of things better. Well, there's still some things, still a few too many penalties, that killed a couple drives. One that would have had a first down deep in our own territory and made us punt out of our end zone. So some little things, but great play. Got burned on the interception on the beginning and then got the long touchdown against the second team, type of stuff that kind of skews the numbers a little bit, skews the score a little bit. Somebody's going to go 32-10. That was a closer game than we thought. And it really never was. So a great night for the Hawks. Back to the kind of the numbers we've been seeing all year. 51 carries, 259 yards. Cale Meyer, 33 carries for 178. He's going to be a little bruised and battered in the morning. Great night by him. 8 out of 14 passing with 1 interception, 146 yards passing, 405 total. So I always kind of figure, an average night for the Hawks, 400 yards. So nice job offensively. Defensively, Marion, 25 rushes, 13 net yards.
Wow.
A half a yard to carry. What tremendous night tonight. 5 out of 14 passing with 1 interception, 109. 77 of them on 2 plays. So 122 total yards tonight for Marion, but 77 of them on 2 plays. So, a tremendous job by that defense. They came out a lot more fired up, a lot more energy than they had a week ago. That's that big improvement. So we just keep taking those steps. I don't want to get better till 3 weeks from tonight, and that's when we are going to need to play probably our best game of the year.
Absolutely. Well, you get another one coming in next week. We saw the improvement of tonight's game from last week, and now you kind of take the emotion and the momentum off of this win here tonight, and you get to stay right here on Brown Field and welcome in another good team in Mount Vernon next week, a team that we talked to, Aaron and I were talking, ended in a last-second touchdown to Paul Ryan last year. We're thankful that guy's gone, that's for sure, as now you come back and you get to welcome them in again, and maybe a little redemption for these Hawks who know how that game actually ended.
You suppose anybody remembers that from a year ago?
I know the guy that just left, Ryan Schlater, who did the game for 9.2 tonight, he was there broadcasting it last year, and I'm sure he remembers how that one ended.
Well, and that's the thing. Hopefully, that kind of burns, a little bit in their gut that, they lost the game, that in that fashion. You don't like to lose anyway, but, that kind of really stings on the last play like that. Don't look, boys. It's just shut it off.
It's over.
A nightmare.
The Cubs game is over. We're
just
shutting it off.
Shut it off. Geez, come over to the Dodger fan. Then you'll be just about right.
Oh, why? So we can get to the World Series and lose again?
Well, at least you got the World Series.
Oh, you're one of them.
Yeah.
Moral victory guys,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, well, no. You know, if you can't play good enough in September, you don't get to play in October. That's just the way the rules go.
Oh, my God.
So, it's a funny game.
Yeah, it is a funny game.
Yeah.
At least last year the Cubs didn't make the playoffs, so neither one. I didn't have to sing again, so there was no singing last year's playoffs. I'm certain that we may not have singing again this year. But hey, speaking of things that we have to wrap up on, you're already fist pumping.
Yeah, and I just pulled a pec again, fist pumping. I gotta stop.
You got a bad pectoral muscle down there?
I do. Could you tell me where it's at?
And I think that's the injury of Kyle Kelly here tonight. He's got a pectoral an injury in his pectoral, so hopefully he's okay and he can get back here next week. But I tell you what, Bill, my boxing in technique did not work at all last week.
Well, you only missed by 1 point.
I did. Obviously, for those of you listening at home, we always we predict the score of the Hawkeye games on Saturdays. In the past few years, I've gone with the just box in whoever I can, and usually that's Bill. And Bill went with a total of 52 last week, and I tried to box him in and went with a total of 53. And of course, naturally, the Hawkeyes won 38-14 over Miami of Ohio, and that's a total of 52. So unfortunately, Bill got the win last week. As the Hawkeyes move to 1-0, they will host Rutgers tomorrow at 11 a.m. as the first 11 o'clock game of the season. Bill, you won. Congratulations. You can go ahead and say what you want to say.
Can you guys spell sweep?
Oh, you're going to win them all this year?
Yeah, I don't know why not.
Okay.
I'm only competing against you two. Swish is out of the equation this year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because he was a big threat.
Was he in
the equation last year? Well, Bill, they take on Rutgers tomorrow as not one of the better teams in the Big Ten. But you look at it, starting Big Ten play probably it's one of the earliest conference games that the Hawkeyes have had in a long time. So you got to kind of turn around because it's not too often early on the games mean so much, and especially now it means something being in Big Ten play. So Hawkeyes hosting Rutgers tomorrow. You can hear the game right here on KMCH, also on TV on Fox Sports 1 tomorrow. So, Bill, what do you got for the score tomorrow?
Well, I'm going to think I'll probably stay with the Hawks. I think they'll probably come through tomorrow. Last time we played Rutgers, that was a bad one.
Yeah.
I mean, we only won 14-7 when we went out there big favorites, and that kind of gives me a little pause for thought. But then I think, nope, it's Kinnick Stadium, 38-10.
38-10. Oh, looks like I might be
going...
going...
Okay, you two, start boxing.
I might be going 39-10.
Yeah, Aaron's going 37-10.
So... I might go 40-10 just to.
There you go, that a boy. I love that
give
call.
Bill some room.
30. What did he?
He went 38-10.
38-10.
You were closest. You were next.
Oh, you want me to go next?
I'll go next.
Oh, okay.
I'll go next.
Oh, you want to? Bill's not gonna like. Bill doesn't like the rules as it is because he gets boxed in every week.
See, I got to be perfect.
Okay,
and I'm pretty close.
Yeah, right. You're a long ways from it. Well, I tell you what, I'll go next. I will take the Hawkeyes as well. Oh, like kind of what Bill was saying. The Hawkeyes. It just screams. Big win to start the season. Things went really well last week for the Hawkeyes. Sometimes they come down off of those really good wins after an opening season win, although it is at Kinnick tomorrow, not Carver. That's across the street. I'm going to take the Hawkeyes, but I am going to go 35-10. I'll give you 3 in there, Bill.
There you go.
I'll give you 3 points. That's 45.
Right.
Well, I'm going to go high, but I'm not going to.
Thank you.
I'm going to go high, but I'm not going to be like 39-10. I think the Hawks will score 38 again. I think Rutgers probably has a little bit better offense, but maybe only by more of a touchdown. So I'm going to say 38-21 Hawks. I think the spread's 20, and I don't think they'll cover tomorrow. They covered last week. I don't think they will tonight.
So 59. Billy's giving you 11 points there.
I'm helping you out, buddy.
There you go.
I'm helping you
Thank
out.
you very much, because that just put me right in the driver's seat.
I'm only giving you 3, Aaron.
W-double-E-P.
I can't.
It's a late night. It's only 10:30. Yeah.
Sweep. I might even bring the broom out next week.
Oh no,
that's pretty early, Bill. It's only week.
I win.
It's only
you watch what's on the sideline here next week.
Dodgers coat.
No, that's a couple weeks yet.
Okay. Hey, Bill. Thank you very much. We'll see you back here next week.
Hey, great job tonight, guys. Just keep the cords plugged in.
All right. See you, Bill.
Yeah, see you guys.
Bill Logan down on the sideline tonight and every night for us here for West Delaware football. We appreciate his insight as well. I didn't get a chance to talk about this throughout the game as we were mentioning the Hawkeye game. I kind of forgot to mention the Iowa State and UNI teams as those two played each other last week. What a game that was! A triple overtime game. Iowa State getting the win in Ames, 29-26, as they move to 1-0. As they are off this week, they will host Iowa in 2 weeks, September 14th, and that will be a 3 o'clock kickoff. And that's a game you'll be able to hear right here on KMCH. As for UNI, they lost that triple overtime game. They're 0-1. They return to the Unidome tomorrow, and they'll take on Southern Utah. That is a 4 o'clock kickoff, as you'll be able to catch that game. I believe it says KCRG. I'm not sure if that's one of the second channel.
ESPN3. They said it's streaming online.
Normally they'd put 9.2 if it was on there, but it just says KCRG. So I'm guessing maybe one of the secondary channels, as I'm sure they'll have college football or Division I football on there at some point. So that is where the UNI Panthers, they host Southern Utah tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Let's take a look at our scoreboard from around the area tonight as North Lynn defeated Maquoketa Valley 40-0 tonight. Edco blank Starmont 40-0 as well. Beckman leading Monticello. Good game there, 27-20. That game in the fourth quarter. Benton Community defeated Cascade 30-0. It was East Buchanan over Clayton Ridge, 26-7. Independence defeated South Tama 61-14. It was Iowa City Regina over Anamosa 56-25. And in the fourth quarter, Western Dubuque leads Williamsburg 48-13. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. I want to thank the sponsors of high school football here on KMCH, because without them, this broadcast would not be possible. And Aaron, we talked about it last week. You got a game to tailgate for tomorrow, and a lot of people around here, I'm sure, tailgating for that Iowa and Rutgers game tomorrow at 11 o'clock. You're going to have to leave early. You're going to need to stop for a little breakfast on your way out of town. You're going to need to get those supplies to head down to the tailgate, so we encourage you to please shop locally. I want to thank Ashley Vick for running the board for us this evening, and most of all, thank you, the listeners. So for my partners, Aaron Pleen and Bill Logan, this is Jamie Vasky saying good night from Brown Field in Manchester, Iowa, where once again the final, West Delaware 32 and Marion 20. Stay tuned. John Swisher will have a recap of our area online game of the week between North Lynn and Maquoketa Valley. And you have been listening to West Delaware football on Eastern Iowa Sports Station, Mix 94.7 KMCH.
Our team works together to achieve the ultimate goal, exceeding client expectations. F&M Bank is a proud supporter of all local sports teams. F&M Bank, the right choice in Manchester, Cedar Rapids, Anamosa, and Monticello. Member FDIC.
This is John from Georgian Auto in Manchester. Commitment is a key ingredient to any successful team. Our team shows that commitment every day with digital inspections, loaner cars, stress-free financing, and 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Committed to you and your vehicle. Georgian Auto in Manchester.
For all your general contracting needs, turn to the professionals at Lucky Building Service in Manchester. For commercial, remodeling, and building, and new home construction, call the experts, Lucky Building Service in Manchester, 563-927-5677.
You may not wear glasses or contacts, but how do you know if you're seeing your best or if your eyes are healthy? Why not be proactive and get your eyes examined? Dr. Daniel E. Mersch and his professional staff at Manchester Family Vision can help. Manchester Family Vision Center on West Main, where clear vision begins with healthy eyes.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Manchester, I'm looking out for what matters to you. Even when nothing's wrong, this is Tad Mormon, agent. Call me at 563-927-3586 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance, Tad Mormon Agent, 106 East Main Street, Manchester.
Contact me, Chad Frazier, at BC Land Services in Earlville for all your maintenance projects such as tree removal and trimming, small dirt work projects, lawn seeding, and more. BC Land Services is fully insured and licensed. Contact me at 563-590-8074 or on Facebook. And best of luck to all area athletes and coaches.